put the Warriors to pasture last night, 121-110, as the T-Wolves advanced to the Western Conference Finals. The Celtics staved off elimination without Jason Tatum. They stayed alive behind Derek White and Jaylen Brown's extraordinary performance. They beat the New York Knicks 127-102. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Welcome in. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm your old pal AJ, joined as always by the one and only Mr. Rob Thompson. Good morning, Rob.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you this fine day?
I'm just fine getting a text from Jimmy thanking me for his breakfast.
What a guy.
He's just around the corner.
What'd you give him, a burnt bagel?
No, I gave him. We got him tacos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I set the bagel
Or a
aflame,
taco.
And because I set my bagel on fire, we had tacos.
Vic, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Vic makes the run. Good morning, Victor. How are you, man?
I'm doing good.
It's a bit of a sad day here at the 94.1 studios.
Well,
Sad news to report.
Rob, don't pretend not to be sad.
I feel bad for you.
Okay.
I feel bad that you feel bad, but this was just nature. I tried to warn you.
The timing of it is the biggest issue.
Well, before you go into it, I just want to, as I had this, I talked with Kel, my wife, yesterday about what had happened. And I said we should have known the moment that he literally had him trapped, was going to take him, and it didn't happen. That was the world telling you the world's got too many cats. Mm-hmm. This will be one of them that's going to.
Well, yesterday, for those who don't know, Uncle Baby Billy / Kitty Big Balls / the work cat here,
One of the work cats
has he was injured by some sort of beast.
It was one, yeah.
Either a dog or a coyote, I don't know, but he was torn up pretty bad, and the city came and got him. Like, I was able to get him to come inside and put him in the courtyard, and the city came and picked him up, and they were nursing him to health.
Wow.
And the plan was for me to adopt him. They were he had some skin issues. He'd had holes in him also, which that wasn't ideal. Right. And so I was in communication with him every day. And then yesterday they had sent me over the paperwork to adopt him. And so I sent back the paperwork to adopt our old friend. And about 3 hours later, I get another email from the shelter saying, got some bad news. Uncle Baby Billy has passed away. Took a turn for the worse and passed away. So our friend Kitty Big Balls, Uncle Baby Billy, is up in kitty heaven now, where all 4 of his legs are in working order. He feels the pain no more, and he learned how to fight in kitty heaven. He is a good fighter in kitty heaven. But he did pass away yesterday, so I am sad. Vic is sad. Rob is just telling me, listen, dude, you saved a bunch of money. And you know what? I did save a bunch of money.
Everybody is better off, even the cat. I'm just
maybe so.
It was.
Yeah.
Because he was going to have to be a 3-legged cat, was the understanding.
Yeah, you saved yourself a little bit of time and effort, but I mean, you also saved that cat a little bit of pain. I mean, that was going to be a tough one.
Yeah,
that cat was not in good shape.
So, R.I.P. Uncle Baby Billy.
You did a good deed, man.
And
you did a good thing.
And then
he died an adopted cat.
That's true.
He did pass as a house pet.
Well, then I should have the day off because. You
have a bereavement, don't you?
Yeah, I have a bereavement day.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it should apply to animals. I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
I literally have no problem at all. You tell me your dog died or your cat died, you need to stay home. Stay home, man. That'll rip your heart out.
That's happened around here a few times.
That's as bad as anything.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. The time may come with that when my dog passes. But
dude, I've been there, man. We all have.
But I'm all right. I'm all right today. I am a little sad. On top of it, The Golden Knights decided to kick me in the balls.
But you saw that one coming.
Man,
but
you were
know what?
taking hits all over the place, weren't you?
But no, last night
I told Rob another one. Like it was
yeah, he had a rough
avalanching yesterday.
Man.
But yeah, they of course they have to go to overtime to lose.
But it was faded.
The worst type.
Oh my God. What a beating.
Just when there was hope, it's
And the sad thing
away.
is, I don't think Edmonton's going to win it all. So you just kind of
Probably
lost
not.
to a speed bump.
Probably. I mean, they're Canadian. Canadian teams never win it all. You know,
Well, I mean, it's been a quarter century, so it could happen. But I don't think it gives you some solace when you lose to the eventual champ. You go, well, but for us playing the champs early. But
yeah.
no, it looks like they're imminent to lose. And and I think hockey, you have to be from Florida, right, to win?
Apparently.
All Florida.
Florida's still rolling. They beat the Maple Leafs yesterday. They're up 3-2 in that series. But I don't care about hockey anymore. I'm done. I'm retired from watching hockey.
Here's something that'll cheer you up.
All right.
100 days from college football.
That'll do something for me.
Today, we are 100 days. So we're down to the
countdown
double
begins.
digits. It does, man. So I saw that this morning pass across the desk, and I thought, well, there's reason to be happy right there. Despite the fact it was 119 at my house yesterday. They're only 100 days away.
Well, that is good. That is a good thing. Well, was it really 119?
Dude,
how hot did it get?
Yesterday was
heating down.
that was August heat yesterday. We went from April to August.
Yeah.
Overnight. It was brutal. Anybody outside yesterday. And by the end of summer, all of us get acclimatized. You just gotta get our blood thins out. But yesterday, whoa. Did you know Cotulla was the hottest place on the planet? Cotulla.
Really?
107 yesterday.
Well,
They were literally
we got warned to stay out of the sun.
hottest place on the planet.
That's crazy, man. That is crazy. I'm looking at the schedule for week 1. There's a bunch of garbage games early, but then on Saturday, Alabama, Florida State,
Yes, sir.
LSU, Clemson. They're trying to throw some good stuff together.
Oh, yeah.
Notre Dame, Miami will be on the Sunday after the opening Saturday. So
When does who's Texas? got early?
Texas, Ohio State is on Saturday.
And that's a weird kickoff. Do we know the date? I saw somebody upset with kickoff time. Like, is it a noon?
It says here TBD kickoff time.
okay.
So it's got listed. It's got a lot of times listed, but that one says TBD.
Okay.
So I don't know.
100 days, man. That's not far. That
Not
really
too
isn't.
far.
That's something that you can look at and go, all right, that's the 3 calendar pulls. Rip. We're in.
It's going to be Kansas State, Iowa State. Will be the first
the
game.
glory.
First game of the year.
Are they going to be in the Little Apple or up in Ames? Which metropolis will host this game?
Dublin, Ireland is going to host it.
I say we go, AJ. I'll be a Kansas State fan. You be Iowa State, and let's go.
I say nay.
I don't have a passport.
Yeah.
I can't go.
Well, yeah, you can't go.
Well,
anywhere.
wouldn't
I don't
let
go anywhere
They'd let you
anyway.
out. They just wouldn't let you back.
No.
They'd happily let
I'd
you
have
go.
a hard time getting back in.
I'll have a hard time pretending to care about that football game. I can tell you.
I'm not even going to make the game.
Oh, okay.
It's the
Just go
night
up there
before.
and drink Guinness.
You put on the Iowa State jersey. I'll put on the Kansas State. One of us is drinking free no matter where we go.
I think that's a good call.
So let's do
there
it.
you go.
Yeah.
Good plan.
Maybe so. We'll talk to the bosses here. And see if,
you think we'll be able to do a roadie
yeah.
for 2 schools neither one of us care about nor attended?
We'll do our show. We'll be at like 4 a.m. here is going to be like 3 in the afternoon there. We're going to be hammered.
It'd be great. It'd be the best radio I've done.
Oh, yeah.
Be all schnockered up. Yeah, morning huddle.
And as I'm thinking about this, hey, just another day in the life, you know what I mean? If you're driving around and you're wondering why our signal's weird, we got sunspot activity.
Oh, great. Well, the sun's not up.
No, but there was a solar flare 2 days ago that is interrupting lots of comms around the world.
Great.
So if it's not us, it's God.
Yeah, it's not us, it's you.
It's God causing this. So it should be over in the next 24 hours or so. But yeah, the whole country, the whole world's dealing with this stuff.
I'm so like, what did we ever do to the sun?
I know. Look what it did to us yesterday.
I know.
It tried to set Cotulla on fire.
I didn't do anything.
I didn't
to the
even like
sun.
him there.
I'm fine with the sun. It didn't bother me.
We're
I've
good
never
people.
bothered it until now. Now it's like I want to kill you.
It'll be 135 in Cotulla in August.
Give me a break, man. Did somebody throw a rock at the sun, piss it off? I don't know.
The sad thing is, Cotulla is normally such a nice place.
Well, it's not. It's real
Now
nice
it's all
when
on
it's
fire.
107.
It's all charred right now.
All right, we got a lot of show for you today. We are down to 6. 6 teams who have a chance to win the NBA title. The Golden State Warriors, you have been
ignominious, wasn't it?
Eliminated.
Done.
No more
Done,
dubs.
so.
Dubs are done.
They went out looking old.
Yep.
And they went out the way they acted.
And
old.
Steph looking sad in street clothes. I mean, it was
I know, right? All depressed.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. And the Knicks, they may have squandered their chance. I felt like you know when
they're going home, man. They punted about 8 minutes.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, like we said, when you take on a proud franchise, it's hard to eliminate them, and especially at home. I mean, I'll give them a break. You could very well be right, but I didn't expect that last. I didn't expect the Celtics to go and fight that hard, but I don't think they have a prayer. You think they got 2 more wins in them?
I don't know. I mean, last night was.
I mean, Luke Cornett. Can Luke Cornett duplicate those efforts?
Luke Cornett, you mean Dikembe Mutombo?
Dude, Jason Hart's gonna have nightmares of Cornett coming at him.
Oh my gosh! What did he finish with? How many blocks did he finish with?
Pogo stick, man.
7 blocks for Luke Cornett. 7 blocks. We all saw that coming.
Some of that old man juice. Whatever he drank. Put a little bounce in his step. Who'd have thought?
Yeah. He has. You gotta go back. I think it's the most blocks he's ever had in his life.
Oh, it has to be.
There's no way he's had 7 blocks.
Maybe back in 8th grade when he was the tallest guy in middle school. But no, it's one of those valiant kind of last gaps. You know, when you have ever been around somebody who's in hospice and they have a good day and you're like, uh-oh. Tomorrow might not be so good. And so this was
good day's done.
This was the good day.
Well, it was a hell of a day.
It was. They played well, and we were talking yesterday about trading the 2nd pick for Jaylen Brown. Let's just bring Derek White home. Or let's trade the 2nd pick for Derek White.
Let's trade the 2nd pick for Luke Cornett.
Well, yeah.
I mean, imagine the Twin Towers. It's Duncan and Robinson all over again. Cornett and Wemby.
You walk out and you know that Cornett's going to guard you. You're like, this dude's going to hurt me.
Yeah.
This guy, he's not going to mean to.
He's got pointy elbows. Yeah. He's a loose cannon. He just kind of.
Well, he's gonna accidentally zaza you just because his feet are stupid. You know, you're like, oh man, this guy is gonna hurt me.
Yeah.
He's not gonna mean to, and he'll probably help me up after he's kicked me in the nuts.
I think he means to. He used to kind of play that way too. Like I was a guy who, when I'd go to lay it up, I'd always have one knee up in the air. So like I basically was using my knee as a shield, and yeah, plenty of times I got in fights over that. Yeah. But it's just. That's hoop, baby.
Oh,
that's street ball.
You learned some the Euro tricks of punching or kneeing people in the thigh when you're coming around a pick.
Yeah.
The block out where you set your foot down and stomp on their foot.
Yes, I learned to play basketball in Lithuania.
I got taught by a guy who taught basketball in Europe back in the 70s. So we all learned the tricks of the trade.
I got taught by a guy wearing coach's shorts and a headband.
And you learn the dead giveaways. The dead giveaways. Anybody who is in high-end basketball who is wearing some sort of brace on their elbow, it's gonna hurt you.
Or knee pads. Roll up knee pads, soft knee pads.
At least if they're wearing knee pads, it better be covering some kind of metal brace. The other thing that is a dead giveaway is the Luke Cornett look, where they come out looking like they're wearing combat boots. They wear the black ankle braces with black shoes. Yeah. Like, oh man, this dude's gonna kill me tonight. This is gonna hurt. I'm gonna have elbow bruises and rough marks. It's gonna be a long night. And Cornett just beat the crap out of the Knicks last night.
Also, anybody who's got male pattern baldness, you don't want to play with that guy. Like if he's got the bozo ring, you know what I mean? Like,
he's genuinely upset.
Oh yeah, it's like his hair's gone right in the middle. Yeah,
got
good
that
luck.
Old man game at 22.
Good luck with that guy.
Carlos Boozer?
Right? No, Carlos drew his in.
Yeah,
okay.
He made up his own hairline.
He got the Sharpie from the Cholas and used it on his beard instead of his eyebrows.
Him and LeBron, they decide where their hair goes. All right, like I said, we got a lot of show today. We got a bunch of giveaways, including qualifying another person for the ACL Fest. Lots to get into. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Just now getting reports of a stall at 281 southbound right as you approach Hildebrand. It is taking up a main lane, right lane block. 35 southbound Olympia Parkway on down to Tupperwine. That's starting to fill in and slow down. Also noticing some delays along 1604 eastbound 151 over to I-10. On 35 on the south side of town, northbound 410 to 90. That's in good shape. 410 eastbound 151 to I-10. Also no major delay. Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
Gentlemen, testosterone levels can start dropping in your 30s, leading to low energy, reduced libido, and slower metabolism. Rock's Discount Vitamins is making it easy to take back control. No appointments and no prescriptions. Just head into a Rock's and walk out with a natural solution tailored to you. Our powerful line of natural testosterone boosters can help increase energy, build muscle, rev up your metabolism, and reignite your drive. You'll feel the difference and fast. Visit rocksdiscountvitamins.com. We thank God in South Texas.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Hi, John.
Are you Tommy Lee Schlong?
Yeah, I really appreciate the attention you've given me the last few weeks or so. I feel like we've become so close.
So Tommy Lee Schlong is on the phone with me right now?
Yeah, I just thought I'd send a happy cock-a-doodle-doo.
Thank you.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
Working from home, you realize you don't have enough outlets or USB ports. Hill Electric can fix that for you. For over 3 decades, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. From adding an outlet, fixing that fuse that always blows, or that flickering light, Hill Electric has the right service at the right price, and there is never a service charge and always free estimates. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or go to hill-electric.com.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
The playoffs are in full swing, and you can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ, J-O-E-Q, to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
If you need to hire, you know it takes time. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. You simply pick a time and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day.
Try Zip Intro for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
The water coming in and out of your home is like music. Here in San Antonio in the Hill Country, it is hard. Now that's hard. At the same time, those that know have a Connecticut quality water softener and enjoy this. Smooth, soft, pure, clean water. The difference is astounding. Hard water, soft water. If you don't have a Connecticut water softener in your home, you're basically inviting destructive hard water to beat up your appliances, hot water heater, and every pipe in your home. And your coffee maker, hard water damages it too. Call me for a free home water evaluation at 656 Pure.
For a limited time, get a free reverse osmosis drinking station, $400 off a trade-in, and 0% interest for 12 months. Call Connecticut of San Antonio in the Hill Country, 210-656-PURE.
Connecticut is simply the very best water softener you can buy, and that's why we say it's the last water softener you'll ever own. Don't live with live with.
656 Pure Kinetico.
License number 38961.
Hi there, I'm John O'Hurley. You know our pets are beloved family members. But sadly, though, there are so many dogs that get euthanized every day due to the lack of funding. To give them a chance at adoption, I invite you to support Puppy Food Bank. Thanks to generous donors like you, all of the food sent to pet shelters from Puppy Food Bank never comes with a bill. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a generous, caring $15 donation every month. Your donation will absolutely save pet lives.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to Bundle Deal Days at AutoZone.
Well, I do need a bundle of things.
When you bundle, you save.
Do I save if I bundle oil with an oil filter?
Save up to $12 on that bundle.
What about brake pads and rotors?
Bundle those and the brake pads are free.
Can't save more than free.
You can save on hundreds of deals during Bundle Deal Days. Ends June 2nd at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply. Duralast brake pads only.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-499-9102. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-499-9102. That's 800-499-9102. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Happy Thursday. It's the Morning Huddle.
Pay the rent. But I don't care.
Minnesota sends. There you go. Minnesota sends Golden State home.
Yeah. Ignominious end, too.
Yeah.
I feel like it's over. I think we can draw the curtain on the Golden State Warriors. That gray-bearded Draymond chunking threes from deep in the corner was about the perfect end to this little dynasty.
Brandon Podziemski decided to play yesterday. It's about time.
Pods was hitting some shots, but can we give some love to Kuminga? Jonathan Kuminga was a revelation.
I agree.
He has really turned. I mean, once he got healthy, I think if they could, I mean, they were glad they got Jimmy Butler because he certainly helped, but they didn't need him. You know, at the end of the day, if Kuminga would have played like that every day and been on the court, because they couldn't put Kuminga on the court with Butler for whatever reason, those two didn't work out. Jonathan Kuminga was extraordinary last night. 26, great off the bounce. He was taking little guys and big guys up, down to the rim, hitting nice shots. There's one bit of shining light there, but that game was it's sad to see when it's over.
Yeah, and it's
over.
I mean, I think maybe Jimmy Butler extends it a little.
Extends it to what? First round outs?
Well,
I mean, that's
the
what I'm
question.
saying. I mean, it's over. There are no, unless something strange like Kevin Durant wants to write his legacy and go back and help his boys out, help Steve out, who came to his rescue and after the blown Achilles and all the stuff. Unless Kevin Durant's like, you know what, I'm going to call Steph up. I'm going to call Steve Kerr. I'm going to call my boys up, and I'm going to go give it one last run. Unless something like that happens, Golden State's done. It's over.
Kevin Durant's not. He couldn't make the playoffs with Devin Booker.
Well, I'm just saying, unless there's some sort of
like prime Devin
injection
Booker
of
exists.
greatness.
No, I get it.
It's over. And
you're right.
It's hard to see that in because I watched it happen here, and you could see it in everybody's eyes. They all knew it. I mean, it's just we're out of gas and out of time.
Yep. And last night was a pretty good example of it in a game where Anthony Edwards was good. He wasn't unstoppable. Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert were unstoppable, which is crazy to think, but that's what it came down to. And Dante DiVincenzo came in and dominated too.
He was due.
Yeah, just a
better team won.
I think you're right.
I mean, and it wasn't hard.
Who knows if Steph stays healthy, what the result of that series is? But that's what happens when you're relying on old guys. Unfortunately, that's just part of the game.
Old guys break, and Steph broke, and somebody will break next year, and you just get the sense like, okay, now what do we do for the next 5 years?
Yeah, you're telling me all the 20-something-year-old guys stayed healthy, and all the guys in their late 30s are getting hurt. Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah, that's about it. So, as we carry on, at least we know that that will be somebody, at least that team will be, in the fight for lottery picks and all the stuff for the next upcoming years. And, such is life. It just felt like I was almost kind of sad. I've never been happy with Golden State because of how the run began with the Zaza's foot. But the fact is that was a good run. It was a good run.
Oh, an incredible run. Incredible run. And, yeah, I think yesterday it signaled the end. They'll be – I'm sure that as long as Steph is there, they're going to be a playoff team. But I think the idea that they can win the title, I think, is we're past that.
They become the test for the up-and-comers.
Yeah.
Like, if we can get back by the wily vet, then
you're the gatekeeper now. You are the gatekeeper now.
Sucks to be those guys.
All right, let's hit a break. When we come back, I want to dig into this Boston-Knicks game. Boston gets a huge win in Game 5, so they're not dead yet. We'll see if we think this can be turned around. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Just now getting reports of a stall at 281 southbound right as you approach Hildebrand. It is taking up a main lane, right lane block. 35 southbound Olympia Parkway on down to Tupperwine. That's starting to fill in and slow down. Also noticing some delays along 1604 eastbound 151 over to I-10. On 35 on the south side of town, northbound 410 to 90. That's in good shape. 410 eastbound 151 to I-10. Also, no major delay. Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
The San Antonio Brahmas return to the Alamo Dome this Friday, May 16th for their Hats Off to Heroes game presented by Crisis Human Performance. Join the Brahmas in honoring our nation's heroes at this special military and first responders Appreciation Night. Fans are encouraged to wear yellow in support of service members as the team battles the Memphis Showboats. Plus, the first 2,000 fans receive a free Brahmas hat. Get tickets at UFLBrahmas.com. That's UFLBrahmas.com. Our town, our team, our herd.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Calling all snack MVPs, it's time to huddle up with Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, the low-carb, high-protein snack with a flavor-packed crunch. From sea salt and cracked black pepper to hot honey, sweet barbecue, and more, these bold bites are ready to tackle your crunch time cravings. Find your flavor playbook at H-E-B and make every bite count. Because when it's crunch time, there's only one snack you need on your team, Southern Recipe Small Batch.
Hey, San Antonio, multiple tours overseas, years of protecting the country, it all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training toward our low-cost degree and certificate programs. We call that credit where credit is due. For over 75 years, our dedicated success coaches have been helping service members achieve their goals. Get started with local support and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATS.
Most people in radio commercials talk really fast. But we made this one for RV owners. Progressive knows they like the slower pace of RV life, like this commercial. And they know Progressive will protect their RV at a fair price with discounts. Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
DQ presents How to Hit Summer's Sweet Spot. The new DQ Summer Blizzard Treat menu is here. And as the official treat of MLB, we're swinging big with our fan favorite S'mores Blizzard Treat. Plus, new mixing bowl mashup with brownie batter and chocolate chip cookie dough. And even more in our Stack Summer lineup. Hurry in today because nothing says summer like baseball and our new Summer Blizzard Treat menu. Right now at DQ. Happy tastes good. Participation may vary. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
Why'd I go to the doctor? My heart would race just taking my son to practice. It didn't feel right. So I got checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson here with my good friends from Prize Picks. I'm just one of millions of members of Prize Picks that play daily fantasy sports every day, and things just keep getting better. How about 2,000x on your cash today? That's right, cash in on the basketball playoffs with Prize Picks. Don't miss your best chance to add your favorite players from the court on Prize Picks lineup. And whether it's points, rebounds, assists, and whatever else, take your pick, more or less, for your shot to win up to 2,000x your cash today. Turn up your playoff hot takes into tickets on basketball and championship winnings every day. And there's stuff going on all week. Every Tuesday, Prize Picks will discount several projections on the board. They take up to 15 to 25% off savings and fun. And then there's Big Flex Friday. Those picks that don't win, you get your net losses back in promo funds up to your limit as soon as the lineup settles. Hey, there's money back. That's why I love Prize Picks. 2,000 times your money and some free ones. Download Prize Picks. Use the code ALAMO for 50 free bucks. That's Prize Picks. Go run your game.
At Straight Talk, we are all about no-brainers. Calling Grandma for her recipe, no-brainer. Streaming one more episode at 2 a.m., big no-brainer. Getting real unlimited data where you buy bananas, the ultimate no-brainer. Switch now and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 5/19/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires in-store single line activation on qualifying plan. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com/terms. Copyright 2025 Verizon.
Spring is here, and in South Texas, that means storms, wind, rain, and hail. If you've been hit by a storm or think you have damage, now is the time to contact Stevens Roofing and Solar at 210-785-0994. Don't put your trust in an out-of-town storm chaser. Stevens Roofing is a family-owned, locally based company who will be here for years to come. The team at Stevens Roofing and Solar will give you peace of mind when the storms come rolling in. Call 210-785-0994 for Stevens Roofing.
This is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Aggies, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I want you to take back what you just said.
I speak the truth, my partner. I speak the truth.
What happened?
You said my cat died yesterday, and I said no, a cat died yesterday.
I adopted him now.
No, it was.
It's like saying you own a piece of the moon because you own a piece of paper. Okay, use your cat.
I mean, you
had the paperwork. No, like I said, the Kitty Big Balls died an adopted house cat. He left this earth knowing that there was a human that cared for him.
Had no life
a lot
insurance.
Of cats. Well,
yeah,
he was living fast.
Yeah.
He didn't think he was going to leave an old corpse.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of cats that he grew up with that never had the love that he got for just a couple of weeks. You did a good deed, but
yeah.
Dust in
it
the
was
wind.
not to be, man.
Dust in the wind, Kitty Big Balls.
Dust in the wind.
Been real. It was a real. It was a good adventure we had. Good morning, everybody out there on the Brigade Bar. Good to have you guys. In fact, I'm going to qualify a winner today from the Brigade Bar for those ACL wristbands. We're going to get our qualifier from the Brigade Bar today instead of the telephone. So you may want to be tuned in there, particularly in the 8 o'clock hour. If you are there in the 8 o'clock hour, you might have a chance, if you've been listening to the show, because it's going to be some trivia about something that's happened today on the show. So hopefully you've been paying attention and will be paying attention until the 8 o'clock hour. The Celtics put up some fight in the series. They did not choose to roll over and die against the Knicks. Blew out the Knicks, quite frankly, yesterday.
He was never in doubt.
Derek White, my goodness, the second half of that game. I mean, the game was. It was a 2-point Knicks lead at halftime. The Knicks actually jumped out early. Celtics made it, tightened it up before half. Whatever halftime adjustments were made were only made in the Celtics locker room.
Yeah, I mean, the Celtics were making reservations for home. They'll win it there. I mean, I'm not saying they will, but in their mind, I think
the Knicks, you mean?
Well, no, the Celtics are going to they were thinking they were going to win it at home today. They'd made reservations for home, and it didn't happen. They rolled out like they thought they were going to win the game.
Yeah.
And they did. The Knicks, I think, are they're still flawed, but they're a lot better than a lot of us thought. I mean, we got to be realistic about this. But they're still flawed. They still are. I look at Minnesota. Minnesota they're still not playing very well. I mean, they beat a Golden State team, but they didn't play well.
Yeah.
The Knicks, when they play great or when they play well, are really good. But last night they didn't play well.
No.
They just looked like the Knicks team we thought that we're going to be, and they thought that the Boston was going to roll over. And they still got Jaylen Brown and Derek White. It's just hard to put a team to bed. It's just that hard to do it.
Jalen Brunson was not good yesterday, and now he may be injured.
Yeah.
Rolled his ankle. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about what the results are of that, or if he's, if they think he's just going to be fine. But that's going to have to be a focus. But also, you just saw a level of defensive intensity from the Celtics that you hadn't really seen in this series until yesterday. It's about time you wake up.
Well, we laugh about Luke Cornett, but that's what it took. It took guys to kind of go to 110% because Cornett, no one saw that coming. I mean, that was absolutely crazy. But on the other side, we talk about Jalen Brunson not having a game. The key to the series for me has been Mikal Bridges. I mean, when Mikal is scoring and the way he scores, because it's always off the dribble. So he's pulling one defender and then normally another one, and he's picking up fouls, and he's one of those I'll make a bucket from 23-9 all the way to 2, and anywhere in between you're going to have to defend me. And he wasn't that threat yesterday. So as Brunson's always going to be the focus, and I expect him to continue to do. Second half will be better than the first. And last night there wasn't a better second half, but. If the Knicks are going to put him to bed, it's going to take Mikal Bridges to come back to life. And not like he had a bad game, but he's going to have to go back and do what he did in games 1 or 2 and 3.
Yeah,
or 1 and 2.
I don't know what is going to happen with the Knicks. I think this thing's going to end up going 7.
Do you really? You think that the Celtics have a prayer of?
Like you said, man, they still got a bunch of dudes.
They do.
And quite frankly, if you go man for man, even without Jason Tatum. The Celtics are more talented. They've got more good players than the Knicks do.
Yeah. I mean, when Drew Holiday is not playing like he's too old, and I'll give you that. I mean, I think they're pretty evenly matched, quite frankly. But the Knicks have a little bit more momentum, or at least they did.
They did, and once you lose it, it's hard to get back.
Man, you want to talk about a colossal collapse? I mean, we'll talk about the fraud that Cleveland was in some eyes, or just the collapse that happened. And it might be the worst in 20 years as far as a team that we thought and wasn't. But if the Knicks managed to squander this away.
A 3-1 lead?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one of those things that it's hard to get over.
I wouldn't feel bad about it.
As a Knick fan?
Yeah, no, I'm saying as a not Knick fan, I would laugh about it.
Oh, we all would. But as a Knick fan, you want to talk about, Knick player, not only are you beating an arch rival, you're beating an arch rival easily.
Yeah.
And then their best player goes down and you lose?
And I don't know, like I said, the health of Jalen Brunson has to be in question because that looked pretty gnarly. He didn't come back into the game. It's a rolled ankle. I mean, I don't know, but there's lots of there's varying degrees of rolled ankles. My guess is he finds a way to tape it up and get out there because that's the kind of dude he is.
It looked bad, but it also looked like they saw the score.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Let's go. We'll get an extra hour of rehab, whatever that might be worth.
For sure. For the Warriors, I'm seeing here like what they can do in the offseason, what they're going to have to do to try to build around Curry, Draymond, and Butler. I mean, it's going to be tough. Kuminga is a restricted free agent.
So they can match. So they've got that.
If he's not on the roster, they are $17.5 million below the luxury tax. They are currently $25.5 million and $37 million below both aprons.
So they got a little bit of money.
And they've got a $14 million tax, non-tax mid-level exception. So they do have some things that they can do, but
do you want to do it?
Do you want to keep Kuminga? That's tough. That's tough because it's certainly watching these playoffs sure felt like he's a pretty key piece.
No, he is. He's the next best player on that team behind Steph. If I am Golden State, I'm having a really solid conversation with Draymond about retiring. It's over for you, man, and it's not going to get any more. It's not going to get easier. And the funny thing is, the league is getting bigger.
Yeah,
and you're still 6.5 at 40 years old. It's just. It's time, man. And, you've still got Tyre. I mean, you can still play for 2 years. But if you love this franchise, for all that it has brought, the only way we get out of this hole is for you to go away.
It's tough because he just finished third in Defensive Player of the Year.
I know, but he is now a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
He's worthy of – and I'm not saying his offense is dead, but his offense is predicated on getting you out of your game. If he can get you out of your game either mentally or pull you in a position on the court where you're not comfortable as a big, that's all he can do. There's nothing else that he does for you offensively other than pass from the top.
And I know it's a flawed stat, but per 100 possessions, when Draymond is on the floor, the Warriors were plus 6.7 points per 100 possessions. When he's off the floor, they were minus 1.2.
Yeah, I'm not disputing his abilities. And he's shown it to us for 15 years.
Yeah.
But last night, over the last couple of days, especially when you're having to deal with a team with Rudy Gobert on it, when you're having to deal with big dudes that he has to deal with on a regular. And when he was younger, he was capable of moving them around and, doing all. Not now. I mean, he's still got a great eye on offense. He's still one of the best passing 4 or 5s, whatever you want to call in the history of the game. But he's now a liability on offense.
Well, and the other problem is he signed a 4-year deal back in 2023, and he's now eligible to tack on 2 more years. And I think it's more likely that he wants to talk extension than retirement.
And the conversation needs to be the guys, you're going to have to – we can't do anything until you are off the books.
Yeah.
And we can't keep Kuminga. I guess you could, but do you really want to go over the salary cap to keep Kuminga?
No.
I mean, do you really want to go into the apron on a first-round out team?
No.
So, I think you need to keep Kuminga, and you're certainly going to keep Steph. And Jimmy Butler's, for the most part, committed for another year and a half or so. You sacrifice Buddy Hield, which isn't a huge loss, but you're a first-round out unless you do something radical. That's just who you are. Or maybe you get to the second round because of Steph, but there's nothing more there.
Yeah. All right, let's hit a break. We'll wrap up hour number 1. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is gearing up to send you to the Austin City Limits Music Festival. 9 stages, 2 weekends, and more big-time artists than a Texas tailgate. October 3rd through the 5th, and again October 10th through the 12th in the live music capital of the world. We're talking Sabrina Carpenter, Hosier, Doja Cat, Luke Combs, The Strokes, John Summit, Doechii, Faith, and whole mess of other stars lighting up Zilker Park. Listen to the Morning Huddle and the Blitz this week for your chance to win a pair of 3-day wristbands to Weekend 2. We're picking one winner on each show this Friday, and every qualifier scores a $50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom at 1604 and Stone Oak Parkway. Cold drinks, hot pizza, and ACL wristbands. That's a Texas-sized jackpot. Want to lock in your tickets now? Head to aclfest.com. All this week, it's ACL giveaways. Only on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
There's a reason Intuitive Services Group handles our janitorial needs here at 94.1. They're local and serious about cleanliness. From nightly cleaning to detailed floor care, they deliver. We trust them, and you can too. Call Mo at 830-470-3007. That's 830-470-3007.
Missions fans, level up your Tuesdays with AARP $2 Tuesdays at Wolf Stadium. Presented by San Antonio Sports Star. Unlock $2 tickets, beer, hot dogs, and more. Don't miss this high score deal. First pitch is 7:05 p.m. Grab your tickets now at samissions.com.
Don't let pain hold you back from living your best life. I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. At Arasti, we're dedicated to providing fast, effective relief from pain. Whether you've been dealing with a chronic discomfort for years or have recently suffered an injury, our goal is to help you recover quickly. Our treatment is all natural, non-invasive, and covered by most insurance plans. With convenient locations nearby, relief is just a call away. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
If you need to hire, you know it takes time. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. You simply pick a time and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day.
Try Zip Intro for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
Hey, it's me, your liver. You know, the organ that helps you recover every weekend after pizza, donuts, and all those drinks. When you have a headache, you take an aspirin. You have a stomach ache, you pop an antacid. But where's the love for your best buddy, the liver? The least that you could do to help me stay healthy is take Active Liver from New Nordic. Active Liver tablets contain high-quality, all-natural ingredients like milk thistle, globe artichoke, and turmeric extracts, which are proven to keep me healthy and you feeling your best. Active Liver provides an easy daily detox and helps protect me all year long. So let me make you an offer you can't refuse. You take care of me with Active Liver, and I keep taking care of you. Capiche?
See for yourself why Active Liver is Scandinavia's #1 liver health supplement. You can find Active Liver at CVS and online at Amazon or directly from NewNordicUSA.com. Again, find it in stores at CVS or online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies the same item, current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
Most people in radio commercials talk really fast. But we made this one for RV owners. Progressive knows they like the slower pace of RV life, like this commercial. And they know Progressive will protect their RV at a fair price with discounts. Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Imagine selling your home and getting paid before and after it sells. It's like getting paid twice. Jason Minix here from San Antonio Sports Star. You can do that with Orchard. Orchard puts cash into your pockets. You can buy your dream home. Then your Orchard experts prepare and market your old home, including repairs, showings, even price-boosting upgrades. And here's why Orchard's the best. When your home sells for more, which happens 9 times out of 10, you get that cash too. It's almost like getting paid twice. That's why Orchard is the smarter, faster, hassle-free way to sell your home. Orchard can unlock cash from your old home to use on your new home. That's payday 1. Then you buy your new place, and once you're in, Orchard sells your old home for top dollar. You get that money too. Boom, payday 2. Learn how you can make more with Orchard. Start with your free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
High above me, she's so lovely. I want to dedicate this song to my friend Kitty Big Balls.
Yeah.
R.I.P., buddy. Thank you, Alexandra, for the kind wishes.
Yeah, she's been keeping up with the updates.
She's a sweetheart. She is,
Yeah.
but
She is.
You don't need to go too far with it.
Oh,
High
yeah, Rob.
above me.
Always knocking it down.
No, Rob doesn't understand my pain.
No, I don't.
You've never.
I will freely admit that I don't.
You've never adopted someone and then gotten an email 3 hours later that they were dead.
No, I have not.
Yeah.
I will admit that I have never adopted a wounded cat
And
sent it to the city, and then got an email just hours after the adoption
Just
was
hours.
finalized. I'm surprised they didn't send you a bill.
I am too.
No, they send you a bill.
You still-
don't tell them she's dead yet. Don't just
You
get the bill.
you still owe us that adoption fee, by the way.
Then there's the medical.
it came out to 2,100.
Yeah.
We take crypto.
My name is
Amex.
And what's your name? Ted Nugent. I live at 314 Sesame Street. Anytown, USA.
I would say my name is Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic. Currently in the
Joe
Oklahoma
Reinagel?
Federal Penitentiary.
Yeah, if they say, "Well, is Joe Exotic your real name?" I'll say, "Well, no, it's Joe Reinagel is my real name."
Yeah.
But
Well, really, Jason Reinagel,
Well, yeah, come after me.
Yeah. Ruin his credit.
Yeah, damn it. I bet that bitch Carol Baskin had something
She
to do with
did.
this.
She did.
She just didn't want a
Baskin.
wild cat like Kitty Big Balls to be caged.
Carol Baskin.
R.I.P. Don't call her Carol Baskin. Call her by her proper name. That bitch Carol Baskin.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's the only appropriate way to refer to Carol.
Yeah.
We were talking about the Warriors season coming to an end. We've already talked about the Cavs season coming to the end. I guess yesterday with the Warriors, it wasn't as much of a surprise as it was for the Cavs. And they're like the talk about what those two teams are going to do in the offseason is so different because the Warriors for once aren't in cap hell. Like historic, I mean, when all during that run, they were like at the highest apron. They were
by design. I mean, that's what they wanted to do. But
and the thing is, you aren't penalized for paying your own players,
right?
So the current CBA means if you're a high spending team, you can still sign your own free agent. Now, bringing ones in from the outside, that's a different story.
Mm-hmm.
But you can keep paying your guys, which means Cleveland, if they want to, even though they're where they are in cap hell, they can pay Ty Jerome if they choose to pay Ty Jerome.
And not have to go on the apron. Yeah, that makes sense. It helps the smaller market teams, but by the design of the collective bargaining agreement, one of the sad unintended consequences of the players being able to make the money, being developed by the team, and the team can pay them more and not suffer the ramifications of going over. What the unintended consequence of that was. We don't have any player movement.
Yeah.
Or at least not enough So bad teams stay bad unless they win the lottery and can develop their guys and keep them like the other dudes do. And if they can't win the lottery, like Utah and Washington, they are doomed. Not only can they not get restricted or any free agents because the teams they're competing against can pay more, but they can't even get a high draft pick to build their own. So I think we're seeing some of those unintended consequences of more player control and more access to money. But unfortunately, because of that, we will see bad teams remain bad unless the league steps in and allows Dallas to have the number 1 pick. Unless Adam Silver steps in and manipulates things.
There's no conspiracy theories here. This is not a tinfoil hat show. That's over on KTSA.
But seriously, it is a limitation. But I do appreciate the fact, like City of San Antonio can pay their dudes if they want to.
Yeah. Speaking of San Antonio, I want to get into that next. I saw yesterday, we were tagged in some tweets, and
Hey, we're just throwing stuff out.
The people have spoken. We'll discuss that on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
6 for 6, and the Aggies have the lead.
Your home for Aggies football. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted law firm for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us today. Jose, tell us about the cases you all specialize in.
We do ride-sharing cases, we do 18-wheeler cases, work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
My name is John Clay Wolf. I'm the founder of GiveMeTheVin.com. Every month, for the next 10 months, everyone that sells us their car to GiveMeTheVin.com will get put in a drawing for a $25,000 winner. We're going to pull one of you out of a hat, and somebody's going to win $25,000. So we're paying more, and you might win $25,000. GiveMeTheVin.com. They don't call us America's Best Car Buyer for nothing.
No purchase necessary. For official rules, go to GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from IQ Bar. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at eatiqbar.com/policy/terms of service.
Most protein bars are packed with sugar, carbs, and unpronounceable ingredients. There's a much better option. I'm Will, and I crafted IQ Bar plant protein bars with clean, functional, delicious ingredients to empower doers like you with superior brain and body fuel.
Now you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping when you text EAT to 64,000. That's EAT to 64,000.
Get ready for Camping World's Red, White, and New Trade event, May 15th through the 18th. Get the highest value for your RV guaranteed during the biggest RV trade event of the year. Shop the best RV deals in America with new RVs starting as low as $92 a month. Get ready for the holiday weekend with up to 45% off grills and 25% off product installation. Plus, we'll have free hats, free propane refills, free food, and fun for the whole family. Don't miss the incredible Red, White, and New Trade event, May 15th through the 18th at your local Camping World.
See you for full details and disclaimer.
Joel, I'm proud to introduce my latest in-summer relaxation relief occasion. I call it the Quarter Moon Grill and Go. It's a stainless steel propane gas grill with this, a full-size urinal. If you're gonna grill and you gotta go, it's the Grill and Go.
Folks, at Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, we fix plumbing and AC issues fast and at a fair price. 210-651-5899.
Grill and
Go away, Nigel. Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number Everything Smart Bed sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during our Memorial Day event. Up to 50% off, plus free home delivery. Limited time. Exclusively to Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-499-9102. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-499-9102. That's 800-499-9102. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working trouble spots at I-10 eastbound Vance Jackson. That's a stall broken down in the left lane. Still working the wreck at Worspot Parkway eastbound at Wetmore. Slowing down along 35 southbound FM 1518 on down to 1604. And stop and go along 90 eastbound to 11 through 1604, about a 12-15 minute ride. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Minnesota Timberwolves put the Warriors to pasture last night, 121-110, as the T-Wolves advanced to the Western Conference Finals. The Celtics staved off elimination without Jason Tatum. They stayed alive behind Derek White and Jaylen Brown's extraordinary performance. They beat the New York Knicks 127-102. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
7:01 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Welcome in, friends. Good to have you here on a Thursday, a small Friday, as Rob likes to call it.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're basically done with the week.
I'm already done. I'm mailing it in right now.
Oh, I appreciate your honesty on that front. I'd rather you just let me know in advance if that's how it's going to be. So I appreciate that. You didn't mail it in quite as hard as the Knicks last night, but you know.
No. I'm playing hurt.
Yeah. So the Spurs, who we now know have the number 2 pick, they've got a ton of young assets. There's a lot of things looking bright for the San Antonio
Seriously,
Spurs.
It's been a long time since you wake up and when you bring up the Spurs, everybody smiles. Like,
And-
hey, this is all right.
What it's brought really is options, and it's at least brought the theory that options exist. None of us know if the Spurs called Milwaukee with an offer tomorrow, Milwaukee might say, yeah, we're not really taking offers. It's a nice thought, but we're not interested.
And you're right. But and also we have to apply the same thing to the Spurs. We have to act like if anybody's calling, they're answering. You know what I mean? This is a franchise that traditionally just doesn't make moves like this. It's just something that they don't do. They're risk averse. And I get it. But and I think that's why there's so much optimism, because if you're risk averse, I get it. But right now, you can take a risk and really not take a big risk. You can risk a little and still have money in your pocket and improve exponentially. You can improve by X if you just make the right move. It doesn't have to be a huge move. It just has to be the right one. So you can make a huge one, you can make a middling move, and still go, I see title in the next couple of years.
Right.
You can feel it, but it's also terrifying to me.
What do you mean terrifying?
Because as I sit and watch franchises flounder, you only get 1 or 2 shots at the ring, and if you miss it, you got to shake the snow globe again. You got to start over, and we're already into a process, and an error can throw this thing off wildly. An unfortunate trade, a bad locker room guy. A coach that doesn't measure up. There's a lot of variables. Even though there's some it's happy, there's some things that could really blow up in our faces because we're in brand new territory with new coach, all these draft picks, the availability of going to get not a washed up dude at the end, but a dude that is fully capable of bringing a title to you next year. You have the chance to go get.
You do. And I would be very open to that idea. I'd be interested in that idea.
I think we're in the minority, though, dude.
From what I see, we certainly are. It appears that most Spurs fans, and you know what? I kind of caught whiffs of this last offseason when we were talking about how the Spurs could improve and how the Spurs fan base is so defensive of guys like Devin Vassell and Keldon Johnson. Like,
built, not bought. We picked them.
They're our guys, you know. And I don't think Spurs fan, because the Spurs have never been real free agency or trade players, that they don't understand how rare the opportunity to get a guy like Giannis is. It doesn't happen.
Well, we've always had one, so we never really had to go look at.
Right. So, but this is it now. It's been a while since you did have one of those.
But for 25 years,
yes,
we had Giannis in one version or another, and
you
think everybody
that caliber
has him.
of a player,
and you get used to thinking, you think everybody's got a guy like that, and then when he's gone, you go, my gosh, there's only 2 or 3 in the world. We just happen to have 2 in a row.
And right now, the Spurs have a guy who they think can become that. Most people, the overwhelming majority of people, think he will become that.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, he is not. And they have the opportunity, I think, to add a guy who currently is. And to not lose, I don't think anyway, and if the trade were to go down the way I expect it could go, where you're giving up a bunch of future first-round picks, you're giving up Keldon, Devin Vassell types, you're probably giving up the number 2 pick in this draft, or Steph Castle, one or the other. You are left with a core that I believe is a championship-level core.
I don't think anybody dispute it.
And now what people have said is Giannis shortens your window. You got maybe 2 or 3 years before Giannis really falls off. And that might be true. You know, that like Giannis isn't going to last forever. His game's very much built on athleticism, and that declines. He's not going to be like Steph Curry out there at 40 or whatever, still balling. That's just not going to happen. But at the same time, LeBron James' game is a lot built on athleticism, and he still seems to be doing just fine. That said, though, the idea is when Giannis does start to decline, and anybody who says Giannis is already declining is just wrong.
He's plateaued. But, you plateaued at greatness.
Yeah, statistics say over the last 3 years have been the 3 best years of his career. Like, he's sitting – you're right. He's riding level, but it's a pretty damn good level. And the idea to me is when he starts to decline, that's around the time when Wemby ideally becomes – one of those 5 guys.
We saw it with Tim and David.
Yes.
David was actually already declining by the time Tim.
Yeah.
It had already begun. But we've seen it happen.
And you saw it with Kawhi and Tim.
And we know it's possible. We know you can do this kind of thing. And the key to this is the egos have to also align. David, whoever it is, Giannis maybe next, has to start to understand that I am no longer that guy, and I am more than willing to allow the next guy to become that guy. And that's not the easiest thing to do. That's why I say we've seen it happen. We saw it go down. We saw one of the greatest of all time hand the mantle off to the next guy and happily let him go and be. That doesn't always happen.
No.
But I think Giannis would be perfectly amenable to declining and still winning. And now you got to be winning and you got to be self-actualized at the time. But that's a very difficult thing to deal with. In fact, I would say only 2 or 3 teams in history have been able to do that consistently. Move old guys into new guys into old spots and let the old guys leave gracefully. That just doesn't happen very often. And it's egos that go into it. But I do think this situation would align just like the previous one. I never thought of Giannis as a me-only guy, that it's all about me first and the rest can have stuff. So I don't buy the argument that it would shorten it. I think the concern is that is so much unscratched capital to give away. We're giving away lottery tickets that could be worth all this stuff, and we could be getting
could be worth nothing.
Right, and we could be bringing in a Giannis that one rolled ankle away, one thrombotic episode away, we collapse. So there's risk on both sides. The problem is risk is like it's a numbing agent. You get used to risk. It's not an easy thing to adjust to. And if you're averse to it, you're jumping into the deep end of the pool. This isn't just kind of a deal. This is one of those kind of deals that happens every 5 years. I mean, you just don't see this. And for San Antonio to jump into this end of the pool right now with all that they have in the bank, I can see the reticence. I can see it from the fans. I can see it from the guys in the front office because, shoot, we've never been here before. And what if this goes bad? It could take a decade to rebuild.
Yeah.
It could literally take us a decade. Look at what's going on in Washington. They'll never get a number 1 pick again.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You feel like, man, they're doomed.
But the idea that you have to protect these future picks like they are already a player is silly to me.
Well, you have to treat them like that, though, and you have to act like that in front of other people in the back. But in the back room, you have to, this is it's a widget. Its value is it's nothing today. So
anytime
you can act like it. But.
Anytime you show up on draft day, your goal, your wildest dream, is to find a guy who one day becomes someone like Giannis, like a franchise-changing, world-level superstar that is one of 5,
Spurs have done it twice.
But the likelihood that one of the picks that they're going to have in the next 4 or 5 years becomes that.
You're talking to a franchise that drafted Manu.
I know.
That drafted Tony. So we know there's value even in the late picks. So we're like, man, these things matter.
The difference is Tony and Manu were never the son. They were never they were never one of the 5 best players in the world.
Well, no, but Manu was.
They were pieces that were great to have around the son, and Duncan was the son.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about the capital of the draft pick. So you can say they're unscratched lottery tickets, and the later the pick, you don't know. But the Spurs have had ridiculous success with average picks, and you go, I know it doesn't look like much, but we've turned these things into gold. And I know the world has changed and scouting is different, but I've seen the benefit of holding on to the picks and growing the pick. And then we talked earlier
about... I've also seen Josh Primo and Malachi Branham.
And keep in mind, those are late picks, but I also know the value of where Cleveland sits today because they drafted Evan Mobley and because they drafted Jared Allen. They're going to be able to pay them and not pay a tax on them. We could be doing the same things. We could draft dudes and never worry about extra money, being able to pay our guys more than they get otherwise, and we don't have to pay luxury tax. I mean, there's some reason to keep those picks. That's why this system was built this way.
Just feels like at some point you quit holding on, like you quit hoarding building blocks and go out and show what you've actually built, like what you're hoping for it to become. And
this year was an unfinished project. It didn't get where they wanted to go. But
no.
I think you just keep looking north to Oklahoma City, and man, they worked their plan, they planned their work, and here they sit.
But yeah, And you know what? Maybe. And if maybe Steph Castle's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
No, he's not. But we're hoping that Wemby is. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
I'm not going to put Shea or Castle in that boat. But we are hoping that Wemby is Shea Gilgeous. Yeah. Absolutely, he has to be for this to work out. If they don't make a move, if they don't, then it'll show.
That's the other thing about getting a guy like Giannis is it almost is like a little bit of insurance that if Wemby,
if he gets hurt and the other way around, you've still got a superstar no matter what. Jaylen Brown, Derek White last night.
Yeah, or if Wemby is like let's say Wemby ends up being a B+ player instead of an A+ player, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But it would be the worst thing in the world if all of your hopes and dreams were pinned to him being an A+ player and then he wasn't. If you go get a Giannis who you know is an A+ player, and Wemby maxes out at a B+ player, you're still in really good shape.
But you are, it's not where the plan. You're not in good shape because he's just a B. Your time's running out. I mean, the best thing about Giannis is he provides cover, and he provides knowledge, and he provides instant help. I mean, but Giannis is a limited player. Let's not put him in those. There are certain things that he cannot do, and there are things that we can't do either right now. So we do bring him in, and we add one more problem to a team that can't shoot. So, we're wonderful down the pipe, but on the edges, we still have issues, and now we really don't have any money to fix it.
Yeah.
So I get it. I'm all about I want to be playing today next year. On May the 15th, I don't care how we get there, I want to be playing, and I want to do that for the next 5 years. And if you can tell me you can assure me of that, or as most as you can get with Giannis, I'm in. If you can tell me you're comfortable with a plan and these guys are going to be fine, I'm in. But I am sick and tired of talking about my team while I'm watching other teams play. Just get me there, and we will be fine.
All I know is you're a lot more likely to be a Western Conference Finals team next year if you've got Giannis than if you've got Dylan Harper and Keldon Johnson and Devin Vassell.
I think that is a fair statement. But if I'm playing, I'm happy. If I'm playing on May the 15th next year, I don't care what you did it right.
I just don't see. I don't see the Spurs as they're built now being where you're hoping they'll be in a year.
I'm watching Minnesota, and I see, you got to take some incremental steps. But I watched them play last night. I'm like, that wasn't very good. Either one of these teams very good. And I go, it ain't going to be that hard to get there. Now, yes, those are great teams, and I'm asking a whole bunch from a team that hasn't been in the playoffs in 4 or 5 years. But the attitude is you've got the pieces, you've got the parts, and it'll be hard to screw this up. It really will be, at least in the near future. It'll be hard to screw this up because you'll either have great potential with all these draft picks running around and we're like really excited and playing, or you've got Giannis and we're just trying to fix things and just, iron out the edges. But either way, you get into the second round of the playoffs, you've done the right thing, and I don't care how you get there. And I truly mean that. You could go either way, and I think the fandom would be in on it. I don't think you would have mass anger if you traded all these picks, even if you traded Castle. I don't think there'd be mass anger.
Not if you got instant gratification.
Well, you'd have to
back.
have a Giannis. What I'm saying is I don't want the Spurs to feel like they're going to have the Maverick reaction if they trade the number 2 and they trade Devin and Keldon and the beloved new kid. No, we'll be fine. Yeah. Trust us. Trust us, Spurs. We'll be all right. We might be a little mad that Devin's not around and Keldon. Man, we really did like Big Body. Now we get over it real quick.
Yeah.
So I don't think that would be an overwhelming worry.
All right, we'll continue this conversation on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1. I got to tell you about Carbach. Sweet, sweet Carbach. Oh, yes, that Imperial Hopadillo. I had a couple of those last night. Again, watching the Knights blow it. I had to drown my sorrows some kind of way. And also, Rob doesn't like to admit this, but my cat died yesterday. So I had to drink away some sorrows, and I did it with Carbach. Carbach is it's a fantastic brewery. They've got beers that are great for all times. It's hot yesterday. You don't want to be drinking some heavy ass beer. That rhubarb that they've got right now, the Fun Series rhubarb beer, is going to be a great summertime pool beer. Already they've got the Love Street, which is their best seller. which is their Kolsch style blonde. That's going to be great for the summertime as well. I think Crawford Bock's a great beer all year round, but particularly in the summer. There really is something for everybody, no matter your taste. Karbach has you covered, and they are all over San Antonio. So when you're out and about this weekend, you're doing your thing, you're watching the games, go ahead and ask the bartender to please make it a Karbach.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is gearing up to send you to the Austin City Limits Music Festival. 9 stages, 2 weekends, and more big-time artists than at Texas Tailgates. October 3rd through the 5th, and again October 10th through the 12th in the live music capital of the world. We're talking Sabrina Carpenter, Hozier, Doja Cat, Luke Combs, The Strokes, John Summit, Doechii, Faith, and whole mess of other stars lighting up Zilker Park. Listen to the Morning Huddle and the Blitz this week for your chance to win a pair of 3-day wristbands to Weekend 2. We're picking one winner on each show this Friday, and every qualifier scores a $50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom at 1604 and Stone Oak Parkway. Cold drinks, hot pizza, and ACL wristbands. That's a Texas-sized jackpot. Want to lock in your tickets now? Head to aclfest.com. All this week, it's ACL giveaways. Only on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
The San Antonio Brahmas return to the Alamo Dome this Friday, May 16th for their Hats Off to Heroes game presented by Crisis Human Performance. Join the Brahmas in honoring our nation's heroes at this special military and first responders appreciation night. Fans are encouraged to wear yellow in support of service members as the team battles the Memphis Showboats. Plus, the first 2,000 fans receive a free Brahmas hat. Get tickets at UFLBrahmas.com. That's UFLBrahmas.com. Our town, our team, our herd.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Multiple tours overseas, long nights monitoring cyber activity, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training. We call that credit where credit is due. Whether you're active duty and looking at what's next, or a veteran looking for something new, our degrees and certificate programs teach the application of emerging technologies and enduring life skills. So get started on a degree or certificate with personalized local support services and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. At UMGC, you'll find everything from online to hybrid courses and lifetime career services to scholarship opportunities, making your education journey flexible, fast, and affordable. Apply now and save with no application fee through May 30th. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Something amazing is happening in business. More companies are turning to Mac. From finance to fulfillment, CDW will seamlessly support Mac integration into your organization. With the power of Apple Silicon, best-in-class security, and compatibility across your favorite apps, your team will have the performance they need and the tools they love. Make amazing happen. Mac and CDW. Learn more at cdw.com/apple.
Progressive knows you've got enough to worry about in life.
Hi, it's your life again. Feel like another year is just slipping away? Yeah, remember all those New Year's resolutions you made? You still haven't finished the first book. Just 19 more to go. I mean, if we're being honest, it wasn't a very realistic goal. Have you ever considered that you intentionally self-sabotage? So what's that about?
So let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Summer's here, and you can now get almost anything you need for your sunny days delivered with Uber Eats. What do we mean by almost? Well, you can't get a well-groomed lawn delivered, but you can get a chicken parmesan delivered. A cabana? That's a no. But a banana? That's a yes. A nice tan? Sorry, nope. But a box fan, happily yes. A day of sunshine? No. A box of fine wines? Yes. Uber Eats can definitely get you that. Get almost anything delivered with Uber Eats. Order now. Alcohol in select markets. Product availability may vary by region. See app for details.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
I had a dream about Pop last night.
You know, you said this in the office earlier. This is kind of creepy. I don't know if you want to. I don't know if you want to go there.
Look, there's nothing sexual. I know you and Pledge. That's immediately where you go to.
It wasn't that kind of dream, Pledge.
It wasn't, Pledge. Perfectly dry when I woke up.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
I want to dedicate this song to my friend Kitty Big Balls.
All songs.
All songs today are dedicated to Kitty Big Balls.
Good for him.
It takes two giant balls to be known as Kitty Big Balls.
That's right.
Miss you, buddy. The discussion on the Brigade Bar is whether or not Wemby will want to be here long term. I don't think Wemby is the kind of person who's going to request a trade or demand a trade. The real question becomes and Wemby will sign his next contract here.
Oh yeah.
The real question is, will he sign the contract after that here? And
it's our job, or it's the job of the Spurs to create an environment where he doesn't want to leave. And
exactly,
it's kind of like you always growing up, and this is kind of a business thing. If your employees want to unionize, you deserve it. You know, you caused this.
Yeah.
I mean, so if Victor, for whatever reason, wants to leave, it'll be our fault one way or the other. So, yeah, that's just the natural thing. Just make sure he's comfortable and everything will work out.
Assuming that he works out. And
well, that's, yeah.
You know, I listen, to me, this is a no-brainer just because you can get a known commodity and everyone is wanting to hold on to unknown commodities. And
yeah, but there's some pleasure in that.
Yeah,
there
I
is.
get it.
You know what I mean?
I
got all these pieces and parts, and I can put this thing together in the image that I choose. I don't have to bend to anybody other than Wemby, and he's growing with me. And I can go get that thing, and if that works, I did that. And if I go keep that thing, if it works, I did that, and you can become. I get the idea of wanting to build it because we've done it. But we've never had access to this before, just because we've done it the other way. And again, I'm 50-50 on this. My gut, AJ, is really to kind of hold on to my pieces and let's do this my way. That's my gut, and that's because I'm a Spurs fan, and we haven't done it another way. And I know that way has worked. But I have never been in this situation. Now, we entertained a couple of times that maybe Kevin Durant might come.
Right.
But there's never been a situation where we could look across the landscape of basketball and pick the 5 or 6 best guys and go, yeah, we could get that guy.
Yeah.
We could and the thing is, he'd be happy to come.
Yes.
You know, I get the sense. So I got to get over that mindset. And it's easy for me to talk about other teams going and doing that stuff. It is. But when I'm talking about mine and my desperate need for success, not just kind of need. I'm the crack addict that hadn't had crack, that needs it right now. I'm going through withdrawals to the point where it's painful when I see and hear from my friends in Oklahoma and the life they're living right now. All the stuff that we used to do, they're doing right now. And I'll do anything to get it short of bankrupting myself.
Yeah.
So if knowing that, if you walked in the door and said, I just traded half the team, I got the 3 that you love, plus Giannis, high five, let's get to work. You walk in and say, you know what, we love Dylan Harper at 14. We're going to deal with it, and we're going to go get a shooter, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. I'm in. Let's get to work. But, you know, the clock is ticking. So it'll be hard to make us mad. And the further I get into this Giannis thing, the more I'll be willing to accept it, because at first glance I was like, no, that's crazy, man. I mean, I know what he is, but I also know I've seen this fail before. The closer I get to it now, I realize superstars win things. Superstars in this world matter.
Yeah.
And you can pretend to it. You can act like you're a superstar, but the true ones, the real ones, they matter. They're the ones that walk away with the hardware 9 times out of 10. And the best guys win.
And the only guy in all of the discussion that we're talking about that we know is that level of a superstar is Giannis.
He's gettable. So, yeah, I'm reticent. I am. I'm kind of like, man, I don't know. That's a lot to give up, especially when you look at the balance sheet and you see pick and guy, and then you see Giannis and other dude. And you're like, man, is my coach ready for this? Is my GM able to fill the rest of this roster? Can he do that? I don't know, but I got Giannis. It's a lot to give up, but I'd take it. And I don't think any Spurs fan, if you came to them, even though the 90% that are anti and said, guess what, we did it, they'd go, nah,
they'd be on board.
They'd go, dang it, and then they'd see Giannis roll out in a uniform and go, I'm in.
Yeah.
Because you want to talk about electric every night. You wake up every day knowing we should win today. You will not every game you wake up and go, there's no reason we don't win if our full contingent is there. And it's been 15 years since we could say that.
Yep. And I like Dylan Harper. I think he's going to be a good player. That said, I've seen a lot of guys who were the number 2 pick in the draft be like, that guy was the 2nd pick in the draft? What if Dylan Harper's D'Angelo Russell?
Well, even if he's Cade Cunningham, that's 3 years from now. Even if he turns out to be exactly what his comparables
what you hope
are,
he is, yeah.
That's 3 years from now.
Yeah.
So, and I'm willing to wait. I'm not saying don't do it if that's how it goes. But I do know the progress of an 18-year-old kid to becoming an NBA player at that position is 3 years. Cade Cunningham is living proof. Scoot Henderson's next. Scoot will be playing next year, but you had to wait 3 years for it to happen.
Yeah. Well, and worst case than that, what if he's Marvin Bagley or James Wiseman and never becomes even a viable rotation player?
It's possible. I mean, it is. I don't think that the Spurs would get into that kind of utter collapse.
I like to think
it would
not
be because
either,
of injury.
But at the
they're
same,
not forced into this.
But that's why I'm saying, like, with all the unknowns and the question marks, I know what Giannis is, and sometimes
it's worth it.
Having a $100 bill in your hand is better than having 100 scratch-off tickets.
And you tell me you've done it, I think everybody'd be in. I'll bitch about it, or if I'm anti, until it happens, and then you realize, yeah, this is going to be just fine. It's going to happen sooner than later. And if it's the other direction, and we got to wait on Dylan, and he has to come off the bench and do all the stuff that Steph Castle did, and you tell me by the end of the year he'll be all of that, hey, I'm in on that too. But I also know I have to adjust my timeline.
Yeah.
I know I'm not going to be playing today if it's Dylan and not Giannis.
Yeah. Claymore says, will the Spurs be discouraged by the Bucks' high asking price?
They can ask for whatever they want.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's always going to be the sticking point, but I'm of the belief that if you're not asking for Wemby, which obviously is going to be it's a non-starter, you're not asking for De'Aaron Fox, and you're leaving the Spurs with either Castle or the number 2 pick. That, to me...
Well, there's all those other number ones over the next 3-4 years.
I don't care about those.
I do. I think you should.
You know what? I care about them. I don't care about them more than I care about Giannis. I don't value them more than I value one of the 5 best players on earth.
You can go get picks. We watch teams give them away and go get them back. I mean, if things don't go well, you got some movable quantities. But, again, I'm in on both, but my gut just says, hold on to it. Hold on to the picks. Hold on to it, and let's just figure it out. And I'd be bitching this time next year because I'm not in the playoffs.
Yeah. It's like the person who has a $100 bill in his hand and has to decide, do I want this $100? Do I want to go spend this on something useful? Or do I want to buy 100 scratch-off tickets with it and see if I can turn it into 1,000?
Now, okay, I'm going to say this happens. So, AJ, we trade for Giannis. It happens. We're running De'Aaron and Giannis. And we even got to hold on to Castle.
Okay.
They just wanted the picks. And we are a very good rebounding, probably one of the better fast break teams in the NBA, but we're shooting 26% from 3.
Yeah. That's no different than this year.
No, it's worse. Would be worse.
Okay.
I mean, let's just say whatever that number is, we're 4 points lower than that. And we're actually scoring less. What's your attitude going to be then?
It's okay because you're a better defensive team. By far a better defensive team because you got one of the 5 best defensive players in the world.
But we can't match up on the edge. We're good at protecting. Nobody's dunking and laying up on us.
Why not? Steph's a good perimeter defender.
That's one.
Okay. I mean, De'Aaron Fox is not.
I'm just saying. I mean, there is you're making a deal with the devil. And
nothing's going to be perfect.
Well, but for you, though, I'm just saying the reason I bring it up for you is your sticking point with the Spurs over the last couple of years is you can't shoot. What are you doing?
Well, yeah, my whole point with that is stop shooting so much. It's you've got two options: either go get more guys who can shoot, or stop doing it so much. And that's a simple fix.
Well, you don't do it so much, you lose by 15 every night because threes are better than twos.
If you make them,
yeah.
That's what I'm doing is giving you the NBA argument.
Giannis
are better than twos.
Giannis shoots a pretty high percentage from two.
Yeah, again, but that's one of the reasons why Milwaukee isn't, because they can't shoot.
Yeah,
and so we are prolonging a problem that we know is a part of NBA success. You have to shoot about 34% to be an NBA legitimate contender, just to be a threat. I mean, doesn't mean you have to hit very many of them, but you got to shoot 34%. I think that might be the Mendoza line. And if you're shooting 28%, you're asking a whole lot of your offense, your rebounding, your turnovers have to be way down. You can't give the ball away. There's a lot of things that come into being a senior team if you can't hit threes, and we won't be that.
And I think the other thing that's maybe kind of not being talked about is, and this is something I need to consider too, because I'm pounding the table for it. I want to know if Giannis wants to be here.
Well, it'd be up to him. If he doesn't want it, he wouldn't agree to the deal.
Right, but once the Bucks open the door for the idea of moving Giannis becomes a reality. Like if they say, "Wow, we can get all this stuff for him," he wants out. Okay, well here you go.
Well, this is where the old.
I'd need to know that he wanted to be here.
Well, that's why. The one thing the San Antonio's always had, we might not have had the money or the notoriety, but we always had Pop. And players would always, we felt like, when it came down to it, they might even sacrifice fame and money at some point in their career to play for the best dude, both on and off the court, that any of these guys have ever seen. And now, because that was, AJ, when you said that, the very idea that Giannis wouldn't want to come didn't even cross my mind. I mean, who wouldn't want to come play for Pop? But Pop is only El Jefe now. You only get to see him half the time. So while you still get the overwatch of one of the great men in the game, he's not going to be there with you in Milwaukee on Tuesday night in February. He's not going to be there when those times when you truly need him, when you're on a 2-game losing streak in the middle of the rodeo road trip and you need your coach to do something. He ain't going to be there. So that little ace in the hole we no longer have, and Giannis could look down and go, Mitch who?
Yeah, who is that guy?
Who? And Brett Brown sitting beside him. Wasn't he running the process in Philly?
He said, that's a made-up person.
Didn't I run those guys out of the playoffs? So
that's a made-up person.
So seriously, there is the possibility that he looks down south and goes, here or Houston? I think I'll go to Houston.
Yeah.
I like Ime. I like that team. And it might not be as good in the long run as San Antonio, but at least I got a city around me and people I know and like.
Yeah, and some shooters
and trust, yes.
But I do think I don't know who said it here. I lost it on the chat, but the idea that if Giannis were to come here, there's going to be shooters knocking on the door, willing to play for not much because
no, there's not enough shooters, dude. It's not like there's a whole bunch of shooters like lining up. Everybody's looking for them, and we can't find them.
Yeah, but I mean, geez, you talk about where you'll get open looks playing with Giannis and Wemby. That's a shooter's paradise.
Is it? Well, it's going to be an interesting design. It will be, because there's not a lot of gaps, because Wemby is going to play on the perimeter. You wonder how they're going to. Yeah, it's going to. If you're a coach, you dream of scenarios like this, because you're putting together your dream team on Xbox, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you're literally putting.
You're building it.
You're building exactly. You're growing your dude, and you've already got the number 1 pick, and you've recruited well, and you just got that extra star because he hit a couple of throws. That's what I feel like today. So yeah, he might not be able to shoot, but can you imagine what else we could do?
Yeah, and you know what? I'll tell you who's out there. Malik Beasley, free agent.
He's a bucket.
That dude.
He's a bucket.
He shot 41.6% from three, made the second most threes in the league. That guy can shoot.
Didn't we watch him give us 41 night? Was it?
I think so, yeah. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying there's guys like that are out there that can. Cam Thomas is another guy. He's a restricted free agent, but he's another guy out there who is an answer. I don't know. I feel like those guys you'll be able to find. You just can't find Giannis's. They don't grow on trees. Like there's a lot of stuff you can find. You can find backup bigs. You can find you can find damn near anything. You can find plenty of guards that can't shoot. The Spurs stockpile them. So Dylan Harper is as good as he might be. He would be another guard who can't shoot. And again, not saying I don't like him because I really do, but he is a guard that can't shoot.
Well, not threes.
Not threes, yes. You cannot find Giannis's.
No.
They don't exist.
Now, after this long...
Just like you can't find Wemby's.
And I don't think we put this to bed on the 15th. I don't think you put this to bed until training camp starts, honestly.
I think you're right.
I really don't. Yeah. But my gut, and from what you're hearing from Gavoni, from ESPN, is that the Spurs are of the conservative mind. It just feels that way. I know that, and they even... I think you say that no matter what your plans are. Like, hey, we're perfectly happy with number 2. We're going to carry on with him. You don't talk about potential deals because you don't want to spoil anybody's day.
Yeah.
But I do think they're taking calls. But I think because of their risk aversion and because they have so much equity right now, the deal's going to have to be really good. I think that Milwaukee can't just come in and say it's Giannis and let me take your pick of everybody on the other side. It'll have to be, you're going to have to give us more. And it's not just a Giannis deal. I'm talking about any deal. It's not going to be one-sided. We're not going to send you somebody for Derek White, or take somebody for Derek White. We're not going to do that. We're not going to send Kawhi up for some dudes that look good on paper and might be good for a year, but we know ain't the answer. We ain't going to do that. It's to our benefit, or we're not doing it at all. We're not going to help you out, Milwaukee, other than getting you out from underneath that salary cap. But we're not going to help you get you better other than getting you out from underneath the salary numbers.
Brian says Spurs don't need a guy to be the guy. We have the guy, Wemby, who needs to step up and fill his role. Simple. He needs to make his dominance known in the paint. I got news for you, Brian.
It's not the kind of dominance you're going to get.
He's not interested in being that kind of a player. And I don't think you're going to change his mind on that. And you talk about wanting to keep Wemby happy. Well, the player Wemby is trying to be is the player he wants to be.
Nobody going to bitch no matter where his points are coming from. I mean, if he's getting 25 a night, I don't care where he's getting them.
I'd like to see him have more of a paint presence because I know it'd just be easier for him there.
And he'll grow into it. He's still 21. He's going to put on more weight and be a lot more comfortable in the paint as he gets older. And right now, he's getting pushed out. He couldn't get in the paint if he wanted to.
Yep. All right, we need to hit a break. I'm over. I'll give away. I'm going to give away some missions tickets on the other side. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Rob, talk about Arasti.
Arasti providers are all around San Antonio, here to get you out of pain. Every time we bring on Dr. Jason Garrett, he comes on every Wednesday. I have friends call us. So first of all, is that Jason Garrett? No, that's another Garrett. But what they do is so unique in the medical world because it really is a niche practitioner because they are there to get you out of pain. And the reason they've been so successful is because they don't do it like other more traditional medical outlets. They're not going to immediately prescribe something to make you feel better, even though they're not fixing the problem. They're not going to just decide this is what we always do with this kind of injury, and we're going to do that with you. When you go see an Arasti provider, you get a full evaluation. They're going to find out how your body's working and what exactly is the problem. Because just because it's painful doesn't mean that's where the problem lies. I found that out myself. Lower back issues. But it was my hamstrings. They fixed the hamstrings, the lower back issues went away. I want that for you. So if you're living in pain, soft tendon injuries, maybe you've got a sprained or a pull, maybe it's a frozen shoulder, a bad hip, it can be fixed by Arasti. Here's what you need to know. They're all around San Antonio. You need one call to make your appointment. You don't need a referral. It's 1-800-404-6050. Their website is Arasti.com. Don't let pain keep you from doing things you want to do. Call them today. Let them fix you. And I know you'll come by and thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As we start to get more volume on the roadways, we're filling in. I-10 eastbound Vance Jackson, that stalls in the left lane. Still working the wreck at Wurzbach Parkway, eastbound at Wetmore. Stop and go along 90 eastbound, 211 to 410, sluggish 1604 eastbound. Calabria to Bandera and slow on 35 southbound FM 3009 on down to 1604. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Your local Staples has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $250 off your print order. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends June 14th. Plus, save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples.
Hi, I'm Jason Thompson. I'm a personal injury attorney, and since 1994, I've been helping people and their families seriously injured or killed by negligent drivers. My website is alawyer4us.com. I use that phrase because I know that there's no way a regular San Antonian can possibly beat a billion-dollar insurance company alone. You will need an experienced attorney to stand up for you and get what you and your family deserve. This month, my father will retire after 50 years of practicing law, doing what he taught me to do, help people in need. Stand up for the people that cannot. Use the skills you have to help the people in your community when and where you can. When an insured driver seriously injures someone, a billion-dollar insurance company uses everything it can to pay as little as possible. Every insurance company you have heard of has a very large staff of attorneys already working against you. If you or a family member has been seriously injured because of a negligent driver, call me, Jason Thompson, as soon as you can after a collision. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or check out my website, alawyer4us.com.
Spring is here, and in South Texas, that means storms, wind, rain, and hail. If you've been hit by a storm or think you have damage, now is the time to contact Stevens Roofing and Solar at 210-785-0994. Don't put your trust in an out-of-town storm chaser. Stevens Roofing is a family-owned, locally based company who will be here for years to come. The team at Stevens Roofing and Solar will give you peace of mind when the storms come rolling in. Call 210-785-0994 for Stevens Roofing.
Progressive Home Quote Explorer lets you easily compare rates, so shopping for insurance might be the easiest part of owning a home. Definitely easier than this.
Psst, honey. Honey! What? Shh, there's a salesman walking up the driveway.
Oh no, he's got a clipboard.
What do we do?
Get down.
Down?
On the floor, you...
Shoot, did he see us?
Why are you breathing so loud?
Home ownership isn't easy, but with Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, shopping for home insurance is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-499-9102. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-499-9102. That's 800-499-9102. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number Everything Smart Bed Sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during our Memorial Day event. Up to 50% off, plus free home delivery. Limited time. Exclusively to Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, the NFL schedule is out. We'll go over the Houston Texans and the Dallas Cowboys. NBA playoffs continue. We'll react to that. And what rumors are going on today about the San Antonio Spurs? The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix, and you're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Ah, yes. This one goes out to Kitty Big Balls.
Yeah. He's getting low.
What do they do with dead cats? Do they throw them in the trash can? They better not.
No, they cremate them or they
we have a mass crematorium.
Burial.
Okay.
We have a crematorium, I believe.
Yeah.
All right, I'll allow that. Better not throw my cat in the dumpster. I adopted that cat.
Your tax dollars at work.
Yeah. I'm gonna go over there and check the dumpster today just in case.
Yeah. all creepy, right?
God, can you imagine diving into that?
I'm gonna come in and knock. I'll hold him by the tail, like, hey,
you did this wrong.
I adopted this guy. This is the thanks he gets.
Maybe that's it. Maybe you should go have him stuffed.
It'd be a good
It'd be
mascot.
cheaper.
Here.
You don't have to pay for 3 legs.
Taxidermy?
We could put him right here on the table.
Oh yeah.
Nothing like a taxidermied dead cat.
I mean, a lot of people like that.
I mean, you never know. Yeah.
Casey says you can get Kitty Big Ball's ashes made into a piece of clay. Yeah, and I don't know what I would do with that piece of clay. I mean,
I've seen that stuff where they make them into
we can put a little
figurine.
urn right on the shelf behind you.
I think that would be the move. I think that would be the move. Tony says in Corpus they got caught dumping euthanized animals in the landfill since February because their furnace for cremations broke.
Yeah, I heard that.
That is so Corpus. Well, what do we do? I don't know. Just take it to the dump, boy.
I've thrown a dead animal or two in the trash can. I'm not. I'm kind of guilty of that.
Oh, that was my dad. Like, it was the burn barrel. He wasn't digging a hole. It was the burn barrel.
Yeah. Self-crematation.
Well, different times.
Chris says all y'all Spurs fans are cool with just sitting back and waiting on what it's been 7-year drought. I want playoffs. I want Western Conference Finals. Giannis puts us there now and in the future.
I get it, brother. I'm with you. I mean, I'm sick of it. And I just want to, and because I'm so sick of it, I feel like I need to be very, what's the process? I want to make sure that every T is crossed, every I is dotted. The due diligence needs to be done. And if it comes to 51% on either side, if it's 51% Giannis in your mind, you pull the trigger. There doesn't need to be a big buffer. It just needs to be one more than the other. The preponderance of benefit. If it's better in your mind with Giannis, go do it. I'll trust you to do it. And if your mind tells you and your books tell you no, it's better to go with your number 2 and your 14, and maybe we just add some parts on the edge, and it's 51% there, I'm with you. But, but we got to be all in on it. And I don't think you're going to make people mad. Who is it that I want to get Giannis? I think Chris, if Brian Wright came out tomorrow and RC came over to your house and say, this is our plan, and let me tell you why we're comfortable with it, I think you'd be all right on either boat because we haven't been here in 7 years. We haven't been this talented in a long time. It'll be hard to screw up just a good season. It really will be. It'll be hard to screw up next year.
Yeah.
This is a playoff team as it sits right now. A fully healthy De'Aaron Fox, Steph Castle, and Wemby, that's a playoff team. And if you think it's not, you're wrong. And if they go through this and they don't make it, we got problems. But there's enough talent now for a playoff. So we know that going off. Even with no second or 14 pick.
Yeah.
Those 3 dudes are good enough to get in the playoffs. So if I work on that premise, anything we do makes us better. I should be playing on May the 15th next year.
Yeah. Well, the Spurs historically are very good at finding these guys, finding the Duncans and the Robinsons and the Kawhis.
Well, we didn't. Duncan and David were given to us. Kawhi was a find.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, Duncan, David, and Wemby were all kind of given to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So our credit goes to finding
a blind person could do that.
Yeah, I don't take any credit
Kawhi,
for that.
Manu, and Tony, those are fines for
Steven
sure.
Jackson and some of those dudes that they've pulled off the scrap heap that have made good. Jonathan Simmons. I mean, they have had an eye, but the problem is the guy that coached everybody we're talking about is gone.
Yeah, but also those guys that are MVP caliber guys. Those guys. I think Spurs fans are just kind of spoiled that they just come along.
Kinda, yeah.
And the Spurs. I mean, how many MVPs have been in San Antonio since Robinson's? 4? Did Duncan win 3?
I think 3 and Kawhi. No, Kawhi didn't get an MVP.
Kawhi did not get one, yeah.
But...
4 out of 30, that's more than your percentage. That's more than your allotted percentage, friends.
And David got MVP, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So you're supposed to get 1 out of 30. You've gotten 4 out of the last 30. They don't always fall in your lap. Sometimes you got to go out and get them. And
I got a text earlier, and they're like, go get him. We got him. His name is Wemby.
Show me.
That's the unscratched card.
Wemby right now is probably about the 25th best player in the league. And obviously the ceiling for him is the best player in the league. But right now, today, he's not even the best player on the team right now.
No.
So, you can keep waiting for him to become that. And, that's one path to it. Or you can start winning right now, and then by the time Wemby is the best player in the league and Giannis is on his way out, you've got more sustained, and you've got more guys you can bring in that want to play with Wemby.
Which is exactly what the last process was.
Yes.
You're just reinventing what Spurs fans
Except
are
this time you have
to
go out and get it instead of, Wemby missed the year and now you got the number 1 pick again, which, almost. It almost worked.
This is I don't know of any team that's been in this position like this before.
No.
I mean, literally, I don't think a team that has been in the rubble suddenly has just found itself with this glut of riches.
No, it is a rare thing.
It's just coming. Steph Castle's the Rookie of the Year. Are
you
kidding me? I mean, we thought he'd be good. We know he'd be good.
Hey, let's give away Missions versus Wichita tickets on Tuesday, May 20th. That's a $2 Tuesday coming up. Caller number 1, you're going to win tickets to go see the Missions against Wichita on Tuesday and eat a bunch of $2 hot dogs and drink a bunch of $2 beers. I need to get out and do one of those. All right, we'll be back. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
KTFM Floresville, your home for the Super Bowl. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This report is sponsored by True Green. Summer is better with True Green. Get the best lawn at the best price. For a limited time, get 75% off your first treatment. Don't wait. Sign up at truegreen.com today and let the pros handle the work while you enjoy the results. Restrictions apply.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
He had slung it on out there. Naked pictures of his Tommy Lee Schlong business. I don't know if Tommy Lee Schlong can type. Hi, Mr. Schlong.
Hi, John. I told you, no, I can't type. No, but I can dictate.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
If you need to hire, you know it takes time. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. You simply pick a time and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day.
Try Zip Intro for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
George gets justice in an instant. A careless driver turns your life upside down. You're hurt. The bills pile up and work stops. At George Salinas Injury Lawyers, your consultation is free. No fees, no pressure. Just real help. Justice starts with one call. If you've been injured, it's time to get George. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers at 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Is your concrete sinking? Whether it's your driveway, sidewalk, or patio, those uneven surfaces are not just ugly, they're dangerous. That's where Groundworks comes in. They use state-of-the-art concrete lifting solutions to prevent tripping hazards, and they're the best at what they do. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row.
Groundworks is the official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
I love a day on the water with friends, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis sometimes holds me back. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
Teaching music is my passion, but my active psoriatic arthritis can limit me at times. Now I'm treating my joint symptoms with Skyrizi.
With Skyrizi, most people with plaque psoriasis saw 90% clearer skin at 4 months.
Or if you are an adult with active psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi helps you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin.
There's nothing like better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check for your wallet first, before hitting the drive-thru.
$6. Sorry, forgot my wallet. I have change, though. Here's 40 cents, another 40. Ooh, a bicentennial.
What's that?
Oh, gosh.
Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-894-7722. That's 800-894-7722. Again, 800-894-7722.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Your commute definitely filling in. It's a 20-minute ride on 90 eastbound, 211 over to 410. About 15 minutes, 1604 eastbound, Calabria to I-10. Also about a 15-minute ride on the south side of 35, northbound Military over to Highway 90. And on the north side of town, 35 southbound FM 1103 on down to Thousand Oaks, 10-12 minutes. Now, we still have this minor wreck on Loop 410. It's on the frontage road northbound at Old Pearsall Road. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Minnesota Timberwolves put the Warriors to pasture last night, 121-110, as the T-Wolves advanced to the Western Conference Finals. The Celtics staved off elimination without Jason Tatum. They stayed alive behind Derek White and Jaylen Brown's extraordinary performance. They beat the New York Knicks 127-102. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Centergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
On the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Rob and AJ on a small Friday, taking you through your day. The Blitz will come up at 2, and they'll do a show. It'll be a program.
And they'll have and if you're looking for a reason, they're going to have ACL wristband opportunities.
Yes, and so will we, friends. So will we. And we're going to give them away on the Brigade Bar. So if you normally listen on the radio, that's cool. We appreciate people who listen on the radio. I like that, in fact. But if you are a person who listens on the Brigade Bar, you're going to have a chance to win, at least to qualify for these ACL tickets. And worst case scenario, even if you don't win those ACL tickets, you're going to get a $50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom, and that's hard to beat. I guess you could beat it with like a $55 gift card to Mellow Mushroom, but
they don't make those. That's like going to 11.
Yeah,
it only goes to 10. It only goes to 50.
We're not offering that. So what I have noted is that there are a lot less likes, a lot less thumbs up than there are people watching on the YouTube.
Well,
so
that's not right. You're not
I'd like
doing
to
it right.
see some people just reach out. Like, does it cost money for them to hit that thumb?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Vic, do you know? Does it cost money to hit the thumbs up?
No, it doesn't.
Why wouldn't people do it?
I don't know.
Because they're stupid, selfish.
That is bothersome because I feel like
look, I hit a heart.
We'd like your page.
These people are my friends, like Alexandra and Chris and Claymore.
She liked it,
and Corey
and Claymore
and Jason
always likes it.
Well, you're saying all these people always like it, but there's only 2, so someone's not telling the truth. Is what I'm getting at. Someone is not telling the truth. But again, I do want Ren. Yeah, Ren. Ren says he thumbed it. Mark says he hit it. Where are they at?
One of y'all lying.
Yeah, there's some liars out there, man. I don't like that. But we are going to give, even without the thumbs, we're still going to give away those tickets, or at least qualify for those ACL tickets on the Brigade Bar today. So hopefully you've been listening to the show. Hopefully you're paying attention, because we're going to throw you. We're going to. Huh?
What
was
were
that?
you saying?
Huh?
No, I'm sorry.
You lost me.
I phased out.
Huh?
What?
You lost me.
Are we
there.
on?
You lost me there.
What?
I wanted to get to the NFL, the schedule release. Well, one more thing I wanted to mention. Dick Girardi was going to join our program coming up around 8:40 to talk about the Preakness. So
just around the corner.
Rob and I are not experts on the Preakness. Oh, that's tomorrow. Never mind.
Yeah,
I don't know why I thought today was Friday.
Are we getting there way early?
My bad.
You freaked me out there for a second.
But we won't have a Triple Crown.
I'm trying to move ahead to Friday already.
We won't have a Triple Crown to chase this year because winner passed the Preakness, I think.
Yeah, which is I don't get that. Isn't that the whole goal is to win the Triple Crown?
That's what I'd been told.
Well, whatever, man. Whatever, man. Alexander says her shows 16 thumbs, so maybe mine's just not.
All right, then.
Mine's not showing up. I don't know. You guys might be lying to me about that. I don't know. This is a house of lies. It's a house of lies. Why is there so many lies being told? All right, but the NFL schedule release is here. We know what it looks like. We know, boy, the Cowboys and the Chiefs both going to play on Christmas and Thanksgiving, it looks like.
I know.
As a Cowboy fan, does it bother you? They're playing on both holidays? Like, it's going to monopolize your day? Do you guys' wives get mad if you're watching TV on Christmas Day?
No, we married appropriately. They're equally excited. Are you kidding?
Your wife's excited about the Cowboy games?
Yes, man. She's a good old big-haired Dallas girl. You
really?
Kidding? I brought her from the motherland.
Yeah, my wife's from
Lubbock. She was recruited.
Yeah, my wife doesn't care about sports. She doesn't care about sports match games now.
The Thanksgiving Day thing, well, that's a given. I mean, we know that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know exactly what I'm going to be doing at 3:45 on Thursday, November the 20th. I know every year I know exactly. Now, the Christmas Day, that's a little bit of gravy. That's a little bit of something.
Christmas Day, I'm used to NBA.
And
that's just me.
It. So we're going to have a full NBA day, and the NFL has decided now Christmas is ours as well.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys are going to be on, it appears, on the new Netflix streaming. That's why we're not sure if it's going to happen, but we think the Netflix is going to announce today that they're playing the Commanders on Christmas Day on Netflix.
Well, I don't know what channel it's going to be on. They are playing the Commanders on Christmas Day.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
What channel it's on, I don't really care.
So I think we're going to get a streaming bonanza as well.
I think it's on YouTube
they'll
TV.
Be able to
What's on YouTube TV? Which one is it? I remember seeing that.
Well, I mean, YouTube's carry them all. Is there a specific? I know what you're talking about.
It was a Thursday night game.
Right, it's a Thursday night game.
Yeah, it's one of them.
Exclusive. Yeah.
The rest of them go to Amazon or NFL Network. I don't know how it works.
Everyone just gets a little piece of it.
If you're doing Netflix very first broadcast or an early broadcast, I don't expect a lot of polish. I think it's a gift. It's an NFL's gift to Netflix. It's kind of like when Amazon got that first Thursday night game, they gifted them the Patriots. Congratulations, or whoever it was. They gifted them a champion-style team to welcome Amazon into the streaming world. And I think that the NFL world, Goodell included, is like, all right, Netflix, you pay us all this money. Your gift will be the Cowboys on Christmas Day. Yep. And, that's a good gift. That'll bring the eyes.
We made a lot last year about the Cowboys' first 6 games and how I thought they had 2 games that were sure losses, 2 games that were sure wins, and 2 games that were kind of coin flips. And they ended up winning one of the coin flips and losing one of the sure wins. But they ended up 3-3 in their first 6 either way. They won against Pittsburgh and New York, and Cleveland lost to the Saints, Ravens, and Lions. This year, they're right out of the gate getting into the divisional schedule.
They're going to get smoked, man. It's going to be a rough start. If they're above 500 in October, high five.
See, the Eagles are obviously a tough one out of the gate, but from week 2 to week 9, and then you get your bye in week 10, the Giants at Chicago, home Green Bay, at Jets, at Carolina, home Washington, at Denver, home Arizona. I mean, other than
well, keep in mind, you see a lot of bad teams.
Those are all very winnable games.
But they're on the road. And this team is starting out with at least half the offensive line is going to be under a year of experience. Half. You know what I mean? So the offensive line is going to start out behind, unless some miracle happens in training camp and they can come together. I don't expect that they won't. I just don't think it's going to happen quick. So you come out without much of an offensive line. You got a brand new receiving core with one all-star given. You got a bunch of running backs. I don't know. I don't expect greatness early. I think they're a winning football team. I think there's probably 9-10 wins in this thing, but I don't think it's going to be early.
Yeah. Well.
And keep in mind, new coach, too. I mean, everything going to be new for that first month.
If it ain't early, therein lies the rub, because week 12 through week 17, home Philly, home Kansas City. That's Thanksgiving. At Detroit, home Minnesota, home Chargers, at Washington. There ain't an easy game in that group.
That's why, I only see 9 or 10 wins here. I still think there's a lot of talent. I think this team was going to throw the ball really well. I do think that there's a 3,500, 4,000 yards of passing in this team. I do. I think when you look at what they're going to line up and Eberflus's play calling, it's going to be a relatively.
I think a lot of it depends on the offensive line.
Oh, absolutely. And early on, it's going to be tough. But there's enough around the edges now where you can go, they should be able to move the ball. So if the defense gets healthier, if DeMarvion Overshown gets healthy and can play as the season progresses, and Trayvon Diggs is healthy, and our draft was appropriate, I think there's 10 wins in this, but it's going to have to come middle and late. And like you just said, those middle and late games, as the Cowboys probably are rounding into form, they're playing really good teams. So they're going to have to hope for some missteps by those that are playing them. But don't you see 10 wins in this?
No,
you don't see 10.
No,
I see 9 or 10.
I don't see 10.
I think they have a winning season and possibly a wild card opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, everything's got to go right.
And when I say everything going right means 10 wins. I mean, there's a lot of things that have to stay right for 10, but I think 10's a possibility.
If I had to, if someone said you pick the exact number of wins the Cowboys get, I'll give you $1,000. My number would be 7.
7?
Yeah. Yours would be 9?
I think 9 is the number I look at. I think 9 and 8, that's right at 500. That'd be about right.
Yeah. So. I still think there's some growing pains here, and I still think the Cowboys have real issues on defense. And I'm still curious on how the Micah Parsons thing carries over into the season.
And it could play a huge role because, like I said, DeMarvion Overshown, if you got a cranky superstar and you're losing and he's trying to get his way out, things could fall apart real fast.
Yeah, I think I'd go 7-10, 8-9. 8 wins would be my second choice. So I'm not as confident, but
Troy told me Super Bowl yesterday.
Well, Troy's a liar. That's
what he told me.
He's a lying son of a gun.
He told me his beer's good.
The Cowboys do have outside of the Thursday games, of which they've got, I think, what do they got? 4 Thursday games, including Thanksgiving and Christmas. They also have 4 real live primetime games, like Sunday/Monday night football games. The Sunday night football games are week 4 against Green Bay as a Sunday night football game. And the other one is Week 15 against Minnesota.
Wow, that's going to be a big one.
And then they've got Monday night games, Week 9 against Arizona, and Week 11 at Vegas. So it's a weird thing. They've got Monday Night Football, bye week, Monday Night Football. So yeah, they're going to be very well rested in that stretch.
And you just brought up what Cowboy fan has been waiting on for, I don't know, 6 years now?
What's that?
A roadie in Vegas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dude.
Does me a lot of good now.
Oh, well. I have a sense there's going to be a lot built into that game. I have a sense that there'll be rewards and prizes and flights. I mean, the Cowboys finally playing a game in Las Vegas.
Yeah. Yep. And if you haven't been out to a game in Las Vegas, a fun time, man. It really is it's the perfect NFL market. It really is, because it's a place where every fan base wants to go spend a weekend. And there's no shortage of stuff to do, hotel rooms, places to eat. Like it's just ideal.
And there's a club in the stadium.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's a club. You can see the
you
lights.
trying to party? It's all good. You ain't got to go far, baby.
Nice.
No, it's
you ain't got to go far.
It's been a long wait, and I think we need to be there one way or another.
I'd like that.
One
I'd
way
like
or another.
that quite a bit.
What's the date on that one? October the.
That is November 17th.
Oh, the week before Thanksgiving.
Monday Night Football. No, it's actually
a week and a half.
Yeah, 10 days before. So there's a game in between there. The Eagles game is the 23rd, and then.
Man, the Cowboys have 7 Thursday games?
And boy, that's the other thing to consider.
4 Thursday games, 4 of them.
You are going to be. You talk about having your schedule thrown off. Monday night at the Raiders, you come home with the Vegas flu on a short week.
Right.
You play the Eagles,
and then right back at them.
And then 4 days later, you play the Chiefs. Then you've got another weird Thursday night game right after that in Detroit. Like, that is a really tough stretch of schedule where you are playing tough teams on non-traditional rest and not like it's
and
just,
on the road. It appears half those games.
Yeah, that's going to be tough, man. That's going to be tough. That playing the Chiefs 4 days after you played the Eagles that's a middle finger right there.
Put 2 and 2. Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah,
that's the only thing that I can think of would be worse.
Couldn't you have given them the Giants on Thanksgiving Day?
Would you rather have this? Would you rather have a bye week 10, and then kind of right at midseason, take stock, reevaluate, fire your coach, whatever it might be, to kind of get things going, or would you rather go through what Detroit went through last year, where you had bye week 4, and then 14 straight weeks of football?
Yeah, I would look. I wish I could look at my schedule and go, okay, you know what? I'm going to need that bye week. Let's put it right between the Philly and Kansas City game. Like I'd look on the schedule and say, when do I want to be extra rest, extra prepared? That's where I want it. I wish you could do that.
Didn't they try? It's been a long time ago to have a universal bye week where we just took a weekend off. I think they tried that at one point.
I don't remember
where
that.
we everybody about halfway through when they added an extra week to the season.
I would be so pissed if that happened.
It was odd.
Imagine just a Sunday where they're like, "Oh, there's no football this week."
Well, there was other stuff going on.
I wouldn't deal with it.
Yeah.
What the hell could be going on that would make you feel okay about not having football one Sunday in November?
I don't remember what exactly why they.
No, you don't want to switch to basketball.
Then they tried the double bye, which we didn't like that either.
No, I don't want that either.
I mean, we want health, but I don't want to wait for it.
Maybe there was an election or something.
I don't. Maybe I'm wrong. I just feel like
I don't think they've ever done that.
Maybe it was the double bye where I felt like we were all.
I would have been infuriated if there was just a weekend with no football. I would have been like, "What are you trying to pull?" Here's the other thing. Like that brings me to another topic I wanted to hit on today. Greeny saying, the NFL should try a draft lottery. Listen, Greeny, the NFL knows what they're doing. Okay. All these other leagues, they keep trying new things. They're trying to figure it out because they ain't got it like the NFL. The NFL could take a dump in a bag and sell it to you for $40, and you would buy it.
They had 250,000 people show up to the draft in Green Bay.
Yeah, dude. Right? Like telling the NFL this is what you should be doing. is so dumb and so short. Like, the NFL knows what they're doing, dude. Like, they've got it. They've got it figured out, all right?
And ask Utah and Washington.
Yeah.
If the NBA knows what they're doing.
Yeah, the NBA has no clue what they're
Lottery
doing.
my ass. I just lost 70 games. I got the 6th pick.
Yeah, like,
Lottery.
Yeah, if only the NFL would go with the NBA's model, they'd figure it out. Give me a break. What's next? The NFL should take a look at Major League Baseball and see how they're doing things the right way. What's next? Horse racing? Oh, NFL should really take a cue from horse racing and boxing, sports that were big in the 30s. And
at least we'd have some player movement. We'd end up with like your boy, quarterback of the Rams, just because the Rams needed another quarterback.
Well, yeah.
You know, suddenly Buffalo just sent their quarterback to the Rams. I don't know why.
Yeah, there's no answers
It
for
just
why.
happened, but LA has to have a better team. That's how this league works.
Yeah, and in exchange, Josh Allen goes to the Rams, and in exchange, the Bills get 14 single-A prospects.
Exactly right. And some salary cap
and some
relief in
salary
2039.
relief. Yeah, it might work out for them. All right, let's hit a break. When we come back, I'm going to give away the qualifier for those ACL wristbands. I'm going to do that on the Brigade Bar. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is gearing up to send you to the Austin City Limits Music Festival. 9 stages, 2 weekends, and more big-time artists than at Texas Tailgate. October 3rd through the 5th, and again October 10th through the 12th in the live music capital of the world. We're talking Sabrina Carpenter, Hosier, Doja Cat, Luke Combs, The Strokes, John Summit, Doechii, Fate, and whole mess of other stars lighting up Zilker Park. Listen to the Morning Huddle and the Blitz this week for your chance to win a pair of 3-day wristbands to Weekend 2. We're picking one winner on each show this Friday, and every qualifier scores a $50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom at 1604 and Stone Oak Parkway. Cold drinks, hot pizza, and ACL wristbands. That's a Texas-sized jackpot. Want to lock in your tickets now? Head to aclfest.com. All this week, it's ACL giveaways. Only on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Get ready for Camping World's Red, White, and New Trade event, May 15th through the 18th. Get the highest value for your RV guaranteed during the biggest RV trade event of the year. Shop the best RV deals in America with new RVs starting as low as $92 a month. Get ready for the holiday weekend with up to 45% off grills and 25% off product installation. Plus, we'll have free hats, free propane refills, free food, and fun for the whole family. Don't miss the incredible Red, White, and New Trade event, May 15th through the 18th at your local Camping World.
See for full details and disclaimer.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collisions since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Multiple tours overseas, long nights monitoring cyber activity, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training. We call that credit where credit is due. Whether you're active duty and looking at what's next, or a veteran looking for something new, our degrees and certificate programs teach the application of emerging technologies and enduring life skills. So get started on a degree or certificate with personalized local support services and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. UMGC keeps your educational goals attainable with no-cost digital materials replacing textbooks in most courses, reduced tuition rates for eligible service members and their families, and scholarships for those who qualify. Get started here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
Don't let pain hold you back from living your best life. I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. At Arasti, we're dedicated to providing fast, effective relief from pain. Whether you've been dealing with a chronic discomfort for years or have recently suffered an injury, our goal is to help you recover quickly. Our treatment is all natural, non-invasive, and covered by most insurance plans. With convenient locations nearby, relief is just a call away. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check the GPS directions first before driving to the mall.
Turn right at the light. In 1,000 miles, you will reach Montreal.
Not Montreal, the mall.
Recalculating. 6,000 miles to Nepal.
No, the mall.
Checking first is smart.
Recalculating.
So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, the NFL schedule is out. We'll go over the Houston Texans and the Dallas Cowboys. NBA playoffs continue. We'll react to that. And what rumors are going on today about the San Antonio Spurs? The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You're locked on The Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
This song goes out to Kitty Big Balls.
Yeah.
Lost a legend yesterday.
Yeah.
Miss you, buddy.
You're my boy,
R.I.P.
Blue.
He was my boy, man. He was my boy. He was my friend. He was like a dog.
I will give him that. That cat was as close to a dog as I've ever been around.
Like I've never had a cat who like
Came up to you,
He
right?
he would be sitting in my parking spot when I got to work, and he would he would walk right next to my feet, and when I would stop, he would stop and sit down and rub his head against my leg, and then I start walking, he'd start walking next to me again.
Jump in your car?
Yeah, oh yeah, man. He was like a dog. He was a good cat, man.
He followed me in here some mornings when I came to give him food. Yeah, all the way in here. He was in here.
He was a good guy, man. Miss him. And you know what? The trivia for our ACL Fest qualifier is going to be Kitty Big Balls related. I will tell you this.
And this is for Brigade Bar.
Brigade Bar
right?
only.
All
So
right.
you bet if you want to be qualified, you better be logged on right now, and you better be hitting that damn thumb. Guys, 9 stages, 2 weekends, October 3rd through the 5th and October 10th through the 12th in Austin, Texas, live music capital of the world. Sabrina Carpenter Hosier, Doja Cat. You think that's a coincidence that Doja Cat's playing in honor of Kitty Big Balls? That's right. Luke Combs, The Strokes, and more. All performing in Austin Zilker Park. You can listen to the Morning Huddle and the Blitz this week to win a pair of 3-day wristbands to weekend number 2. We're going to get one winner on each show, and then this Friday, that we'll have one winner per show that qualified throughout the week, and every qualifier is going to get a $50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom, 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. And if you don't win these tickets, you can, of course, get them at aclfest.com. Let's do this. first person on the brigade bar, our lovely Iris, our front desk gal here, Iris, renamed Kitty Big Balls when he went to the shelter. Because she didn't know that we called him Kitty Big Balls. I want to know what his government name became when she named him. And the first person to put it in the brigade bar, you are going to be qualified for those ACL tickets. So there you go. Yeah. Simple as that. I said it. I said it today. I said it several times since he's been named this. Mm-hmm. And by the way, when he died, his last name was Hoffman. It was official.
Oh, that's right. Name. He did. Right. He died. He wasn't a bastard when he died.
Daddy gave me a name. Remember that Everclear song? My daddy gave. I forget what the name of that song is. Casey is our winner. Casey is the winner. Casey, congratulations. You are the winner, so call in. Jalen tried Uncle Billy Bob. That was close. But it's Uncle Baby Billy was his name.
Uncle Baby Billy. Tried to, the other day I was texting you, how was Uncle Baby Billy? And it texted Uncle Baby Bobby.
Uncle Baby Bobby?
And I was like, that could be a cousin.
Yeah. It could be his cousin.
Maybe the next
That's that black cat out
Uncle
there.
Baby Bobby.
It is, right? The other kitties?
Yeah, maybe so. And I you know what? I told Rob this yesterday, Vic. You know that silver cat is the mama cat?
The mama cat, yeah.
Is that Big Ball's mom?
I wonder if it's
sister or a lover
or a sibling.
Could there be
if Big Balls is the daddy of those kittens?
Some progeny coming our way? Could we have Big Balls descendants here before long?
Yeah. So maybe I'll just wait for one of them to grow up and I'll take that.
We do want to pass along that you guys are continuing to take care of the cats. Just because Big Balls is gone.
I fed them this morning.
Kitties are still getting taken care of.
I have some cat food still.
Yeah. Now, when it's gone, I don't know that we'll continue to take care of them. They might be on their own, but
unless, of course, we got babies.
That black cat has changed his tune. He's a little more friendly now than he used to be. Because now he realizes
he's got to up his game.
Yeah, Vic and I
we're not more picky.
We're not kicking him, and we're giving him food. We're decent. Father of Mine by Everclear. That's Jose and David both bringing that up. Yep, pour one out for Don Gato Bolas Grandes. We will.
Bolas Grandes.
That's right. He will be missed. He will be missed. All right. We've got some more giveaways, by the way. That wasn't it. We've still got stuff coming at you.
Yeah.
I've got Mudvayne tickets that are coming at you, and I've got something called Leonid and Friends.
And evidently, it's kind of a tribute band.
Yeah, they play. They play a bunch of
Chicago, Earth, Wind, and Fire is what I found.
So it's a big band.
Yeah.
That's all the Friends. You're gonna have to have a horn section.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on Chicago, the band?
Before my time. That's elevator music to me. I don't hate it, but I don't go out of the way to.
It's not for me. It's
some songs you go, that
Saturday in the Park.
I mean, so I get it, but I don't really get it. Yeah, it's a big band. I'm counting 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 members of Leonid and Friends. Leonid.
Jeez.
They're Russian.
This song goes out to my friend Kitty Big Balls, Uncle Baby Billy.
These dudes are Russian. Not this guy, not Chicago.
No. Heard you say.
See, this is just, I like Peter Cetera. He's got a nice voice, but this ain't me. This is my parents.
This is me in the 70s, bell bottoms as a kid.
Yeah.
Wearing the 2-striped tennies. That we got from
Globe. Tube socks to your ankles.
That we got from Globe.
Or Wins.
Or Wins.
Wins. I used to get the black and white ones at Wins.
Yeah.
They were in the bucket with the laces tied together. You just had fun.
See,
I ran a lot faster in the black ones than the white ones with the red stripes, and I didn't run fast.
Now, the ones with 3 stripes on the tennies, you ran faster.
Oh, yeah. You had to have those.
I will make it up to you. I promise you. Uncle Baby Billy, I promise. Yeah, I think this music sucks.
Yeah. You want to hear something interesting about
that? It's time.
They have a song called 25 or 6 to 4 that I can get down with a little. It's a little more of a classic rock.
Who's
Chicago, yeah.
I mean, they weren't untalented. It just is a little soft for my taste.
Yeah.
Now, Leon and Friends, they are Russian. And while they have never actually seen Chicago perform, they do replicate the band's complex arrangements and amazingly done note for note.
Okay. Oh, Leonid and Friends, their tour is called 2025 or 6 to 4. So it's a riff on 25 or 6 to 4, the Chicago song.
Right.
This is the song.
Oh, yeah. Now, this is a little...
Well, they're trying to be hard.
It does. I mean, it at least sounds like a...
If you start driving a guitar and then suddenly you hear trombone, it's hard to be hard with a trombone in the background. If you're running a trombone, now it's not... It's musically, it's I like it, but you ain't hard.
Blood and death, blood and death. Searching for something to say.
Nah.
Flashing lights against the sky.
I see some kind of
I close my
bad
eyes.
backup dance crew going on right now.
Yeah.
Sitting cross-legged on the floor. Oh, this song, I'd be so high sitting cross-legged on the floor. 25 or 6 to 4.
What does that mean?
They're sitting cross-legged on the floor. The time is 25 or 6 to 4. And they're all getting baked.
Yeah.
Staring blindly into space. That's the next line. Staring blindly into space.
Yeah, they're just...
Getting up to splash my face.
Now, a guy, a good friend of mine, Paul Alexander, that man loves him some Chicago.
Does he?
The coach used to sit in a chair around this building.
Yeah.
He's a long time.
Coach?
Yeah, Coach is a huge Chicago fan.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think Chicago sucks, but this song, I can get with this song.
Saturday, they do have songs. It's just not, I don't go out of my way to go.
They're just not for me, I guess. They're not my style.
It's too precise.
Yeah. Not for me. But hey, man, everybody's got their flavor, and Leonid and Friends have their flavor. You know what? I might as well do it now. I might as well give it away now. I've got people all riled up.
You'll get to see Leonid Vorbyov, Vasily Akimov, and Igor Javid-Zaid, who will be on drums.
Hell yes.
Where are they from again?
Russia.
Russia.
Are they allowed in our country?
Oh, are you kidding? They get gold carpet status.
So let's go. If you want to go see Leonid and Friends 2025 or 6 to 4, October 10th at the Aztec Theater. Let's go with caller number 3. You will win a pair of tickets right there. And if you don't win those tickets, you can buy them at livenation.com. J-Rod, how does AJ know all these lyrics?
He spent a lot of time alone.
I don't know. I don't know how I know all these lyrics.
My wife is the same way. She could probably hear the song for the first time and know the lyrics.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
I make my own up.
Does your wife want to join a band with me?
Probably.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool because y'all would
tribute
know all
band?
the words. You be the karaoke kings is what it is.
Can we practice in your garage?
It's too hot now. It was like 115 in my garage yesterday.
Oh, man.
I had to put the clothes in the dryer. I was like, I'm out of here. Screw this.
Yeah. All right. Let's hit a break. And, when we come back, we'll continue. There's something wildly interesting I found on the NFL schedule. There's a lot of interesting stuff on the NFL schedule, but one thing that I found particularly awesome. We'll talk about that next. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
How's your water? You checked your water? Is it good water? Is it bad water? Does it look funny? If you have an answer yes to any of this stuff, you got to really consider what you're doing around your house. If you have a Connecticut water softener, your answer is water's great, tastes great, no problems here. In fact, my water doesn't cost me 1 penny in electricity. My water has not cost me 1 penny in fixes to a motherboard that does not exist on a Connecticut water system. What I'm getting at is one of those things that we all take for granted around our homes is the good quality of water coming out of our aquifer. Make some good sweet tea and some fine light beer. But I'll tell you what, there's some sediment in that water that you do not want coming into your house. You don't want it in your pipes. You don't want it on your skin or on your dishes or anywhere near you. Connecticut takes care of that and a whole lot more. And so many of us think that Connecticut's are out of reach. My goodness, it's the very best. We've been told that all our lives. Well, guess what? You have access to it right now. Next 90 days, if you'll call 656-PURE, they're going to come out and put a Connecticut in your home if you're already plumbed for one. And you'll see for 90 days exactly what I'm talking about. Call them today at 656-PURE. They're going to give you a water softener for free for 90 days. And once you buy one, the warranty that follows it is even better. Go to all the details at ConnecticutSA.com. Get one today, and I know you'll come by and thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Heads up, a new trouble spot on 1604 westbound Bulverde Road. Accident left lane and that is causing delays back to Judson Road. So tack on at least an extra 10 minutes to your commute. It's about a 15-minute ride, 1604 eastbound Calabria over to I-10. 15 minutes, Highway 90 eastbound 211 to 1604. And about a 10-minute ride, 35 northbound South Cross up to Highway 90 through the southwest side of town. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
When it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years and successfully represented thousands of injured Texans. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Attention, have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-894-7722. That's 800-894-7722. Again, 800-894-7722.
O'Reilly Auto Parts can help take the guesswork out of your vehicle's check engine, ABS, or maintenance light with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
There's a reason Intuitive Services Group handles our janitorial needs here at 94.1. They're local and serious about cleanliness. From nightly cleaning to detailed floor care, they deliver. We trust them, and you can too. Call Mo at 830-470-3007. That's 830-470-3007.
This just in. The NFL schedule has dropped, and you know what that means. It's go time. Adam Schefter here with the Insider Tip. If you're trying to catch your team live this season, Vivid Seats is the move. For the best selection of games and seats, it's time to snap your tickets up now. Vivid Seats has great deals on great seats and the only rewards program in the game. It's no wonder they're the official ticketing partner of ESPN. So don't wait. Head to vividseats.com or download the app and lock in those game days.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the GPS directions first, before driving to the mall.
Turn right at the light. In 1,000 miles, you will reach Montreal.
Not Montreal, the mall.
Recalculating. 6,000 miles to Nepal.
No, the mall.
Checking first is smart.
Recalculating.
So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
This one goes out to my boy, Kitty Big Balls. Miss you, buddy. R.I.P. Up there in Kitty Heaven rocking out. He was a rocker through and through.
Yeah, he was.
Everybody knew that about him. Every time he'd get in the car, he'd flip it over to the classic rock station or the metal station. Jose in the Brigade Bar is his best guess on why I know all the lyrics is that I smoke a lot of weed. I don't know where he came up with that.
You'd forget all the lyrics, actually.
I would think so.
Right?
Yeah. I don't partake in the drugs.
Nah.
That's all Vic. That's why the Vic just cut the music off just like that. He's all high on dope.
No, Edwin's here.
Oh, is that what it was? That was an Edwin move. Loud, loud, loud. Boom, gone. Winners and losers from the schedule release, which sounds like kind of a funny thing because we knew who everybody was going to play, but we never know the order, and the order does matter. And I got to say, as a Bills fan, I'm pretty satisfied with the old schedule release. The Bills have, first of all, they have the second least travel miles of any team this season.
Oh, yeah. I saw that yesterday.
And then they also have a relatively easy strength of schedule.
That's the conference, the division there.
Yeah. They also open the season with it might be their toughest game of the season, the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens might be the best team the Bills will play this year. They play 4 of their first 5 games at home, and they play just 2 road games in the first 7 weeks. They knock out half of their divisional games within the first 5 weeks, and they don't have to play the Jets again until the regular season finale, week 18. But the best thing about the Bills' schedule is the Ravens, the Chiefs, the Eagles, and the Bengals. All 4, their 4 toughest games this season are all at home. That is awesome. I love it. Other teams they say have a great schedule or were winners from the schedule. The Washington Commanders. Mm-hmm. It says they open with 3 road games in their first 5 weeks and 5 games in their first 8. However, they're repaid with the fact that the only time they leave the DMV area in the entire month of November is for a trip to Spain to play the Dolphins. If they can make it through a tough opening stretch of travel, their standalone contest will put them in the forefront of every NFL fan's eyes. They play Thursday, Monday, Sunday night, international games, Sunday night, Sunday night. I mean, that's a crazy run. Week 2, 6, 8, 9, 11, 13, 16.
Super Bowl champs in 2 of the last 4. I mean, yeah, they deserve it. That's where they should be.
Green Bay Packers. It does say the Packers do play a tough schedule, but it doesn't mean it's not favorable for them. For starters, the Packers only travel 12,929 miles, ranking as the 7th fewest. It also helps it save their divisional road games that are unavoidable. The road trips are against teams that aren't all that good. Early season trips to Cleveland, Dallas, and Arizona could yield a 3-0 record for the Packers. And a season-opening homestand against 2 of their toughest opponents makes for some must-see TV in what should be heavily trafficked games with Detroit and Washington to start the year.
I think the Packers are in for I think Chicago's going to be better this year.
Do you?
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to be
Everybody
great.
thinks Chicago's going to be better every year, and they never are.
Well, I mean, you couldn't be worse. But I do think they're going to be improved, and I don't think Green Bay improved that much. I think they ain't going to be that easy for them.
Who's going to be last place in that division?
Well, it'd be easy to say Chicago, and it might very well be.
I think it will be. I mean, even if they are improved, that's a tough division, man.
Might not be enough, but yeah.
That's a tough division. Does say the biggest losers of the release, the Detroit Lions.
Again.
Open with a road trip to Green Bay, follow that with their home opener against Chicago, and then the road after that is stacked. Travel to Baltimore on Monday night in Week 3, back home for a game against the Browns before a back-to-back road stretch against the Bengals and the Chiefs before coming home to get Tampa on Monday Night Football. In December, the Lions have to travel to L.A., Minnesota, Chicago, 3 of their final 4 weekends, and the sandwiched game in between there is a Pittsburgh Steelers team at home. This guy thinks the Lions' schedule may cost him some success. Tampa Bay, back-to-back road games to start the season. It is the Jets, but then they get the Eagles, who are pretty good. Then they travel across the country to Seattle Then they come home for the 49ers. Then they're on the road to Detroit and New Orleans. And then afterwards, they go to Buffalo, L.A. in consecutive weeks. Think about that. Tampa travel to Buffalo and then travel to L.A.
At least they stop off on the way back the other direction.
Oof, that is pretty tough. And then it says the Falcons also have a tough one. They get their bye week in week 5. And then once October hits, it says Atlanta has to host the Bills, travel to San Francisco, host the Dolphins, travel to New England, and then travel to Berlin, all without a week or all without a bye week or any rest. And then they've got back-to-back road stretches in New Orleans and New York. Yeah, that's going to be tough as well. So Cowboys not mentioned in this article, but I thought, I guess if you want to look at it as on the bright side, the Cowboys are set up to have a pretty good start to the season, I think.
Yeah, only problem is the schedule sets up kinda, but the team ain't go. There's such a radical redo on this line, and
you would much rather the easy part of your schedule come later in the season because ideally you'll be gelled by then.
Yeah, you'll be able to get moving. So right out of the gate, the Cowboys are accustomed to getting their ass kicked in week 1. It's happened more than once. I mean, it's not avoidable. I mean, it's an avoidable thing. But this year, front and center games, the standalones, the Cowboys are getting more credit than they deserve.
Okay.
I mean, they're being propped up for what could be a terrible season, and it'll be week after week. They're going to be in front of the entire nation. And if you're in a 2-3 game losing streak, and you're injured, and you're still playing Sunday night. I mean, because they could get flexed. They have been flexed, but we don't think they'll be flexed by now. And they're going to be in a possible place to be flexed. Their revolution or collapse will be televised. Everybody going to see it because it's national TV half of the season.
Dallas also, as we've already mentioned this, but or the other day, but it's worth mentioning again. Dallas is the season opener. They're going to play at Philly on the opening Thursday night. Dallas, a 7-point underdog in Philly, opening night.
The Cowboys, did they release a hype video?
I haven't seen one.
A schedule video?
I haven't seen. You know who did all the Bills' schedule release? Allen Iverson. I don't really understand why.
Does he have a company?
I don't know, but Allen Iverson was like on social media talking about the Bills' schedule.
Sorry.
It's really weird.
Sorry, I started playing the Cleveland
hype video. Cleveland hype video. Listen, don't get Cleveland fan too hyped. All you're going to do is let them down at the end of the day. Other opening week lines. The Chiefs are in Brazil against the Chargers. The Chiefs are 3-point favorites there. Cincinnati at Cleveland. What do you think that line is going to be?
The battle of the great quarterbacks. Over under about 40.
45 and a half,
You're giving them 5 more than I thought. Wow.
45 and a half, yeah.
I think there might be 4 touchdowns scored.
The Bengals are 5.5-point favorites on the road.
That's about right.
Cleveland stinks. Raiders at New England. New England -3. I think I'll be on the Raiders there.
I feel like I'm a bit of a degenerate talking about first game 9 months from now.
Please. They released it. That's what we're here to talk about. 49ers are at Seattle. 49ers are going to be 1.5-point favorites. That Jacksonville-Carolina game, Jacksonville's a 3-point favorite. Washington, a touchdown favorite at home against the Giants. Pittsburgh, a 3-point favorite on the road against the Jets. And the Texans. I guess Detroit's at Green Bay. Detroit's 1-point favorite on the road. Texans are at the Rams. Rams -3. And the Ravens in Buffalo. Buffalo, a 2-point favorite. And then Monday Night Football, Chicago hosting Minnesota. Chicago, a 1-point favorite there. So,
what do you think the Buffalo win total is going to be? 10, 11, 12?
What is Vegas going to release it at?
I'm just thinking, what are you going to think?
I think they're going to probably win 13.
13?
Yeah, 12 or 13. They did get really lucky with the schedule. I mean, obviously, when you are a first place team, you've got to play.
Well, look at the difference between their schedule and Detroit's.
Yeah,
Detroit got you talking about a 15-2 schedule. They got one.
Yeah, I don't know how Buffalo pulled off that their 4 toughest games are all at home. I mean, that is about as lucky as you can get.
Is this the last year in their stadium? Everybody saying goodbye to it? Are they going to move in?
I think it might be 2 years.
Still 2 years away?
Yeah. I know they're working on that new one. No, I think this is the last year.
I saw a picture.
You're right.
Pretty close. So maybe they're giving teams a chance to wave goodbye to that crappy old stadium.
Dump. Claymore says, can't wait for the Jackson Dart hype video release, courtesy of Rob and AJ.
Let me tell you, Claymore,
come on.
Go watch some Giant highlights. This he's going to get the job, man. I'm telling you, put it in your books. Jackson Dart will start for the New York, maybe not week 1, but by the end of September, Jackson's going to get a start.
Claymore says, co-presidents of the Jackson Dart fan club. I'm not even the treasurer of that fan club.
I am president and founder, and I had to replace the sign on the door with the I had a mayonnaise jar, and I had to take that down.
Okay.
Will Levis I had the Will Levis Club last year. I still had a bunch of gear, so I just changed the name and went to Jackson Dart.
Joey and Frank both letting me know how the Allen Iverson thing worked. The coach and the GM called Josh Allen and said, how should we release the schedule? And Josh Allen said we should use AI. And
that's still a random combo.
And they should use like
artificial. He said
and
they
AI,
thought Allen Iverson,
and they went to Allen Iverson.
So what, did Allen just do it on his phone? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
You release a TikTok for him?
I mean, he's like,
yo, Allen.
He's like, hey, here for the Buffalo Bills. This is their schedule for the week or for the year. We're opening up the season against Baltimore. I'm like, Allen Iverson, how does this work?
We talking about football?
Talking about practice?
We talking about football. Practice. We talking about football?
Come on.
Football.
I love Allen Iverson. All right. We have 1 hour of programming left this morning. We'll try and make it a good one. I do have Mudvayne and Static X tickets that I'm going to give away coming up in the next hour. We've got some great stuff to talk about that's going on outside the world of sports. But we still do have some sports to get into. We will do that on the other side. I don't want to let you guys down because, like Rob said, we're 100 days away from football season now. I love that we're able to talk football. That brings me great joy. Brings me great joy.
What do you think of the Dolphins? I'm looking at win totals here.
I think the Dolphins
8
suck.
wins? You think they got 8 on them?
No.
I don't think so either. I like under there.
The Dolphins
stink. What about the Steelers, 8.5?
Yeah.
You like under that too?
I like under that every year, and every year they find a way to win 9 games, so I don't know.
I like that the Miami line.
We'll talk about Pete Rose Day on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Rocket. Rocket.com is the new home for all things home ownership. Whether you're buying your first home, finding your next one, or unlocking home equity to fund one of your dreams, there's only one destination that has everything you need to get started, all under one roof. Get started today at Rocket.com. Rocket, own the dream.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson here with my good friends from Prize Picks. I'm just one of millions of members of Prize Picks that play daily fantasy sports every day, and things just keep getting better. How about 2,000x on your cash today? That's right, cash in on the basketball playoffs with Prize Picks. Don't miss your best chance to add your favorite players from the court on Prize Picks lineup. And whether it's points, rebounds, assists, and whatever else, take your pick of more or less for your shot to win up to 2,000x your cash today. Turn up your playoff hot takes into tickets on basketball and championship winnings every day. And there's stuff going on all week. Every Tuesday, Prize Picks will discount several projections on the board. They take up to 15 to 25% off savings and fun. And then there's Big Flex Friday. Those picks that don't win, you get your net losses back in promo funds up to your limit as soon as the lineup settles. Hey, there's money back. That's why I love Prize Picks. 2,000 times your money and some free ones. Download Prize Picks. Use the code ALAMO for 50 free bucks. That's Prize Picks. Go run your game.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Hi, John.
Are you Tommy Lee Schlong?
Yeah, I really appreciate the attention you've given me the last few weeks or so. I feel like we've become so close.
So Tommy Lee Schlong is on the phone with me right now.
Yeah, I just thought I'd send a happy cock-a-doodle-doo.
Thank you.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
If you need to hire, you know it takes time. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. You simply pick a time and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day.
Try Zip Intro for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/radio, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. HIMS.com/RADIO.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Keep your ride summer road trip ready with parts, tools, and accessories from Summit Racing. We have what you need for pre-trip maintenance, plus essentials like emergency roadside kits, tire inflators, jumper cables, boost jump starters, tool sets, and a whole lot more. So hit the highways or take the roads less traveled with confidence. Shop SummitRacing.com. Use promo code RADIO for $10 off an order of $100 or more. Exclusions apply. Offer ends May 25th, 2025. SummitRacing.com. Let's build it together.
Huge news. Right now at Wendy's, you can get a Son of Baconator for just $3. I don't think you understand this situation. The Son of Baconator is only $3 for a limited time. You know, smoked bacon, rich melted cheese. That Son of Baconator is only $3. Thank you to whoever wished upon that star. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii, not valid on a combo or on third-party delivery platforms.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Heads up, a new trouble spot on 1604 westbound Boulevardy Road. Accident left lane, and that is causing delays back to Judson Road. So tack on at least an extra 10 minutes to your commute. It's about a 15-minute ride, 1604 eastbound Calabria over to I-10. 15 minutes, Highway 90 eastbound 211 to 1604. And about a 10-minute ride, 35 northbound South Cross up to Highway 90 through the southwest side of town. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Minnesota Timberwolves put the Warriors to pasture last night, 121-110, as the T-Wolves advanced to the Western Conference Finals. The Celtics staved off elimination without Jason Tatum. They stayed alive behind Derek White and Jaylen Brown's extraordinary performance. They beat the New York Knicks 127-102. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hello, there we go. Hey now. You can hear me out there, people. Microphone up.
Some of you can.
Yeah, some of you can. You can't hear me on the radio. This is, but luckily this is also a YouTube program, and because it's a YouTube program, you guys are going to get a behind-the-scenes look at what's going on here. Vic, do you want to explain why I'm not giving away Mudvayne tickets right now?
Edwin gave away the wrong set.
So yeah. I gave away the Leonid and Friends tickets.
Right, and then the guy called in, and I think Edwin asked him, like, what tickets did you win? He goes, Mudvayne. So then
so
he used
the guy played him.
Planning.
Yeah, the guy tricked Edwin.
Because Edwin wasn't paying attention to the show.
I don't know what he was
doing. Do you think Edwin's in there doing drugs?
No.
No?
Complete opposite, actually.
Do you think he's in there watching pornographic videos?
He was probably, no, there'll probably be
What does
illegal.
he do with his time?
He's pulling audio clips. He's very tedious on that.
Okay.
I don't know if you noticed, but yeah. He was probably looking for some audio.
Yeah,
digging
some audio.
Well, he gave away the wrong tickets, which means I don't have Mudvayne tickets to give away now.
But you do have
I do have the Leonid and Friends tickets.
And they might do a Mudvayne song.
They might, but I can't. The thing is, though, I can't give them. I can't give them away on air.
Well,
I know
because we're not on air.
Let me check again. Hold on.
So I got to. I guess I can give them away to the Brigade Bar.
Yeah. Still not.
Do we have enough thumbs there to justify?
I don't know. I'm still only showing 2 thumbs, but I've heard people say there's many more thumbs than that. So I don't know. But let's go with the. Rob mentioned when we were talking about Leonid and Friends earlier. Rob said they're a Chicago and Earth, Wind, and Fire cover band, and they're from a foreign country. First person to come in the Brigade Bar and say what foreign country they're from, you will win a pair of tickets to go see them. That's October 10th at the Aztec Theater.
See 30.
You see 30?
Yeah, we got 30.
Okay, that's good. How many thumbs down?
Oh, 48.
Oh, my
9, 50, 51, 52, 53.
You guys are thumbs down in this?
It seems to run parallel to your singing. The more you sing.
Do you think that's true?
There's a lot of negative
you get compliments.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yes, a lot of people like it.
They're just amazed you know the lyrics. That's
I just
what
gave
it
it a
is.
thumbs up. I just did it.
Raul Santian is our winner. Call in, Raul. They are from Russia.
From Russia.
Mother Russia.
Home of
Where's Mudvayne from?
America.
Oh.
America. Where else would they be from?
Planet.
Guys, I mean, have some respect. They're from America. What would make you think that they're not?
Probably from Czechoslovakia.
No, Peoria, Illinois. That's where they were formed.
It's a good place to be from.
Is it?
Well, not in, but from.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's true.
I don't want to be there right now, but at some point,
I don't
play
think
in
I
Peoria?
ever
That's
wanna
middle
play.
America.
I don't ever want to be in Peoria, Illinois. I'm out on that place. But I mean,
Thanks, Josh.
there you go. He thumbs up for the AJ concert.
I didn't read that second line.
Oh, you didn't read that, huh?
I'm going to block him.
Oh.
Sorry, Josh.
Guys, we need thumbs up for Kitty Big Balls today. He's up there in heaven looking down on us. He is urinating on our radio tower to make sure that it doesn't work because he's mad. He heard Rob bad-mouthing him.
Not bad-mouthing.
Yeah.
I just don't mourn his passing.
I don't know.
I respect his brief time here on the planet.
All right.
And he made other people happy.
That's right. He brought me joy.
He brought joy.
Brought me joy.
Mm-hmm.
And Vic. He brought Vic joy.
Yep.
And the listeners love him. Well, every day, people are like, what's the update?
I think they love the idea.
People are tweeting me, what's the update on Kitty Big Balls? What's the update? What's the update? Well, now you can stop because he died. There's no more updates. That was it. That is the last update I will receive about him, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. It was right after I adopted him.
3 hours, right?
3 hours post-adoption.
Yeah. Wow.
I got the email saying that.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah. How do you write that email, by the way?
Right?
Whose job is that? That sucks.
Much less the emails. They should have called you.
I know.
When you showed me a screenshot of that, I'm like, are you kidding me?
Like,
let me tell you.
He's now my cat's son.
You know how many?
How cold is it to send an email?
They're dealing with hundreds.
And they put a sad face emoji in there, too.
They did put a sad face emoji.
Like, no, you need to call when an animal dies. Don't just send an email.
I think that would have been more appropriate.
These are These are strays that have been picked up off the street. You think they have a mechanism in place to call people when they're dead?
Well, they called me every day trying to get me to adopt it.
Right, they were trying, but once that's done, they don't need to call you anymore.
Job's done. Here,
You think
sorry, cat you adopted died.
That's what you would have gotten if they'd have called.
It says, "Hi, Mr. Hoffman. We were just reaching out with some unfortunate news. Our clinic team just notified us that this guy took a turn for the worse today, and Uncle Baby Billy has passed away. Sad face emoji. Thank you so much for continuing to follow up on him. Please let us know if you have any questions." Well, like what questions could I ask?
What are you going to do
like,
with the cat?
I'd like
did
full
you
investigation.
Was there?
I want an autopsy. I want an autopsy. I want to find out exactly what happened.
Was there CPR? Did anybody do emergency CPR on him?
I need toxicology. We need everything.
Yeah. What was the cause of death? How about that, for starters? And yeah, maybe you could tell me. Well, he was kind of eaten by a coyote. Okay.
Okay, but
yeah, but at least tell me that.
Confirm it at least. Yeah.
But I do think it would have been more appropriate to have a phone call about that. Just saying.
Yeah, that's why I was super surprised when you showed me that.
Rob thinks it was appropriate.
I don't think it was appropriate. I think it was ordained.
I think it's wildly inappropriate, quite frankly. I would never inform someone of their pet's death via email.
He wasn't your pet.
No, he was.
He was officially
by 3 hours.
See, they don't deal. I'm just saying, these people, they're not equipped for this. If this was a normal vet clinic that worked with true pets, yeah, I think they're used to it. This is a city
customers?
vet where most of the critters coming through that office ain't going back out in the world. They're leaving on their back. Let's be real.
Okay.
So they're just. I don't blame them for not having the condolence call.
Oh.
Mr. Hoffman, are you sitting down? We've got some.
I mean, let's just say, again, once you send me they sure sent me the email saying congratulations on your adoption.
Some money in that. I'm surprised they didn't give you them. Before we tell you what's wrong with KBB, we're going to need a check.
When are you going to come by and pay up?
That's awful.
We're withholding treatment.
Yeah.
You want Kitty Big Balls to get well, don't you?
Submit payment for drugs for the cat. Yeah. All right.
We're gonna need your full credit card number, the last 3 digits on the back.
Yeah. How well do you want him?
And your expiration date, please.
Just for several
what's your
thousand.
What's your billing zip code? Okay. And the last 4 of your social. Okay. Yeah. What about the
what about your crypto wallet?
What about the first 5 of your social? I'm gonna need that too. Need the whole thing.
In your crypto wallet.
Hold on, they're gonna put you on hold. And you're gonna hear "In the Arms of an Angel" song.
Where's the Warren?
We're also gonna need to do a biometric scan of your face and your fingerprints.
The chances are, if you'd have tried to adopt, they might have said no.
What?
You live in an apartment and you already have a cat?
They already said yes.
Oh, no. They already said yes because of his house he's moving in.
Well, I'm just saying. Yeah. I went through it and they told me no one time.
They would never tell me no.
Oh, they will. Trust me.
Are you crazy? You think I'm an unfit cat parent?
You just had one die on you.
You son of a bitch.
Of the 2 cats you've had,
How
one of them's
dare
dead.
you?
You're batting 500.
How dare you?
I'm just saying. Of the 2 cats you have fed over the last... Of the 3 cats, one of them's dead.
Oh, the audacity.
Your batting average is not good.
I cannot believe.
I personally have not lost a cat in years. I have an unblemished cat record.
You haven't had a cat. You haven't had one to lose.
That's not. I mean, if you want to get into the
Rob,
minutia,
you want to bring up you want to bring up the time that a coyote ran off with your puppy?
That's been years ago.
But did it happen?
And that was a puppy. I didn't say puppy. I'm just talking cat right here. I have not cared for a cat that has passed away in decades.
And all the rabbits that die around your dog?
I don't know. We're talking cats.
What about chickens? How many chickens have you died on your watch?
Chickens, God's going to have a talk with me when I get there. We've lost a lot.
Yeah, when you're at the gates, they're like, step over here, please.
Yeah, don't act like there hadn't been blood spilt out there at the Thompson Ranch.
There's been several serial killings, mass murderers. I didn't bring them up.
Talking about my cat dying like that. How dare you? I am a very fit cat parent.
I didn't say you weren't, but you're not batting the best averages.
I mean, you've seen Blueberry, right? It's a healthy
Blueberry,
cat.
yeah. Blueberry's doing good.
Blueberry's very healthy.
As far as we know. Do you think Blueberry's sitting at home listening to this show and going, hey?
No. I don't let my cats listen to the radio.
Well, you don't know about those cats. He's got it all tuned up. He's
don't.
drinking
He's
your beer
cheating on
right
me.
now.
I don't
right now. He's sucking down some jort or whatever the stuff you drink is, and he's got his feet kicked back, and he's drinking some.
No, he's smoking catnip.
He's got
is what
that
it is.
catnip. Going,
AJ gets him a good
who
catnip.
the hell is Kitty Big Balls?
Oh, he knows.
Is that smell?
He knows who it is.
Is
Yeah.
that what? That's that smell on you? You cheating on me?
Hey, they can smell it.
She
he
knows.
Yeah,
You
they
gotta-
know.
Listen, dude, I
I'll
brought
tell
up
you that, yeah.
I brought up the cat carrier that I had taken Uncle
I'm
Baby
sure he
Billy
was
in,
like, wait a minute.
and Blueberry crawled right in there and took a nap because
like,
she's a
what
fat, lazy pig.
Didn't
I mean, she is. She ate her lunch and then she went and
didn't
laid
even
down
realize
and slept.
there'd been
She's like,
another
I don't-
cat in it.
Like, whatever. Smells weird, but whatever. I'm sleeping here.
I walk in and I've been with another dog. My dogs sit down and go, wait a minute.
Let's have a talk.
I'm gonna need to have a full accounting of your day.
Yeah, my cat doesn't care. She doesn't. She knows. I think like she knows that it's getting close to mom coming home.
Is there some activity around the house that she's unaccustomed to? Like, wait,
Yeah.
this box is being filled.
And I think she's like.
Does she
you know-
recognize the voice?
Yeah, so we do the
Okay.
FaceTime.
Okay, good.
And
Yeah.
she'll start meowing, and then my wife's dog perks up because they're like best friends, the little corgi dog
Oh,
and
okay.
the cat. And then the cat meows, and the dog goes,
Hey,
he's excited. He's like, I know that meow. So I think
They know, man.
They know
all
what's going on.
They know.
So the cat's just like, whatever, man. I'm doing whatever I want now. I know mom's going to be here soon. You're not going to be able to tell me a damn thing anymore.
it's all gonna change for you, buddy.
Yeah, you ain't telling me anything.
The boss is coming to town.
I'll poop on the floor. There's nothing going to happen. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. Yeah.
Hey, Alexandra, Fred, I actually killed a chicken live on air one time to break a Spurs losing streak. So don't get me
really?
started. Yes.
Yeah, man. Hey,
Man, that's Santeria.
I
Is that
can't
what that
believe
is?
you're allowed to have chickens.
Well, I'm not. But they make for a fine lunch.
Yeah.
No, but
See,
they're
the
your,
thing about-
no, they're your father's chickens. Remember,
yeah,
like,
that-
legally they're your
Birds
father's.
shouldn't be
don't
allowed
count.
to be within 100 yards of a
I'm
chicken.
not even
Why-
sure birds are real. I've been told birds are fake.
No, they're real.
I'm not sure.
Okay,
Birds are fake.
Kyrie.
Birds aren't real.
Okay.
I'm not sure what that is
All
as a
right.
bird.
All right, Kyrie, settle down. So let's settle down here. Did you see the speaking of the hype videos, did you see the Colts hype video that they released for their schedule?
And they pulled it down, didn't they?
They took it down.
Why? What
Like
happened?
it was like they did the thing where it's like every match in cartoon form, and they had a cartoon dolphin
Yeah.
in
okay.
handcuffs like he's Tyreek Hill.
That's classic.
Which what's wrong with that?
It's kind of
It's
funny.
the truth.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, I think. Also, in like the biggest slap in the face, the Cincinnati Reds have Pete Rose Day at Great American Ballpark. Pete Rose Day. A 14-second moment of silence. Number 14 was everywhere. Is his number retired with the Reds? I don't know.
I don't think they were allowed to. I don't think they could have if they wanted to.
Let me see. Is Pete Rose's number
And he got pardoned by who?
retired?
Well,
it
the
is retired by
president-
the Reds.
It is.
Oh, okay.
The president pardoned him. We're not sure for what.
The Reds formally retired his number in June 2016, part of a ceremony that also inducted.
I remember this.
Included his induction into the Reds Hall of
Yeah,
Fame.
I remember when they did that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, they had Pete Rose night at the ballpark yesterday.
Does Chicago get Shoeless Joe night?
I guess they should. I
They'd be
would guess.
crazy.
They have to
Honestly,
now.
I'm not kidding. They'd be crazy if they don't.
And then just have everybody who doesn't wear shoes gets in free.
Something
Yeah.
I'd have some kind of promo like that, or have some kind of shoe giveaway on the field, and everybody getting Shoeless Joe jerseys.
If you're
Dude, I'd go.
If you're one of the first 100 fans to show up wearing no shoes, you've got a chance to bat 7th for the White Sox tonight.
There you go.
Hey, who's saying no to that?
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, you could get it done. For Pete Rose Day, you can lay odds on
Yeah.
The odds. Yeah.
I mean, there's all kinds of promotions you could do. The DraftKings Pete Rose Day. Oh man, now we're talking.
It just seems
Just embrace it, right?
The MGM Plus,
dude.
Pete Rose Day.
What's the sports book on that?
Major League Baseball is just they've put the bone in Pete Rose his whole life, and now they're like, oh, he's dead. Yeah, let's have Pete Rose Day at the ballpark. Like, you know, You know how much Pete Rose Day would have meant to Pete Rose? Like this dude who basically spent the twilight of his life signing autographs for $5 a piece, like saying
on a Vegas corner.
Yeah, cheated on or bet on. I bet on baseball. You got to give me $10 if I sign it that way. But he did. That was his life. And now that he's dead, let's put him in the Hall of Fame and have Pete Rose Day. Oh, the audacity! I don't know who's got more audacity, them or you, in this segment. I'm disgusted with you and the Reds, Rob. I'm disgusted with both of you.
Anything for a buck.
Yeah.
But Pete Rose Day.
Pete Rose.
I'll tell you what, man. There are things I never thought I'd see.
Yep.
Legitimately, I never thought we would be celebrating this dude.
Well, we're going to have Uncle Baby Billy Day tomorrow on the show.
He should be. Deify Uncle Baby Billy. He didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah,
he didn't do the one thing you're not supposed to do. Like, there's one thing you can't do. Everything else, you kill somebody, you can come back from it. There's one thing you can't. And you did it, and we're giving him a day and giving him a chance to get into the Hall of Fame. The one thing.
I think there's another thing that Wander Franco did.
Well, there's that. But we've even forgiven that.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
No, we forgive Pete, 14-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Yes, she was 14.
Yeah.
In his defense, I thought she was 16.
Karl Malone, too. Like, Karl Malone's in the Hall of Fame. He banged a kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, we'll forgive anything.
Remember Lawrence Taylor? It's not like I ID him.
I'm not IDing him.
What am I supposed to do, ID him?
So I
know
forgive that.
I know how old she
You
is.
can be a petter-ass pedophile. Get next to Lou Gehrig, man. Stand next to them. You bet on one game. That's all we ask, and we're going to give him a day.
She's a hooker. I assume she was 18.
Don't you have to pass some kind of license?
Yeah. How'd she become a hooker if she's only 15? Well, Lawrence.
I don't ID them.
It's not like I ID these hoes. You can't call them hoes, Lawrence. That
was the 90s.
You're in a courtroom.
In the 80s and 90s, you could say whatever you wanted.
No, that was a 2 Live Crew era.
Yeah, you could do whatever you wanted.
Oh, Lawrence, what a life he's got. All right, when we come back, we're going to see what's going on in the world outside of sports. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
Good morning as we get out of our morning rush hour into the midday commute. Still working this accident in Schertz on 35 southbound right at FM 3009. It's in the left lane as you stop and go from FM 1103, so about a 15-minute delay. 1604 westbound lookout accident. The wreck at 281 southbound Winding Way has cleared. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Your local Staples has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $250 off your print order. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends June 14th. Plus, save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples.
The San Antonio Brahmas return to the Alamo Dome this Friday, May 16th for their Hats Off to Heroes game presented by Crisis Human Performance. Join the Brahmas in honoring our nation's heroes at this special military and first responders Appreciation Night. Fans are encouraged to wear yellow in support of service members as the team battles the Memphis Showboats. Plus, the first 2,000 fans receive a free Brahmas hat. Get tickets at UFLBrahmas.com. That's UFLBrahmas.com. Our town, our team, our herd.
There's a reason Intuitive Services Group handles our janitorial needs here at 94.1. They're local and serious about cleanliness. From nightly cleaning to detailed floor care, they deliver. We trust them and you can too. Call Mo at 830-470-3007. That's 830-470-3007.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
He went ahead slung it on out there. Naked pictures of his Tommy Lee Schlong business. I don't know if Tommy Lee Schlong can type. Hi, Mr. Schlong.
Hi, John. I tell you, no, I can't type. No, but I can dictate.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
Listen up, San Antonio. At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can get college credit for the stripes you've earned. Turn your military rank into college credit to save time and money on an online degree. Eligible enlisted service members and previously enlisted veterans may receive up to 12 credits for select undergraduate courses based on their rank, and up to 90 credits in total for prior learning, military experience, and training. Classes start soon. Learn more at umgc.edu/SATX.
Hey San Antonio, this is Kelly Finglass, Senior Director of the world-famous Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders. Don't miss your chance to see our all-new theater production, Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders on Tour. A night of dazzling performances, electrifying dance routines, a Q&A session, and even a live audition. We're coming to you for one night only, May 25th at the Majestic Theater. Tickets are limited, so go to DallasCowboysCheerleaders.com/tour to learn more today.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio where I've practiced for more than 30 years. And San Antonio has really grown since I started practicing law. The risk of injury in a car crash today is greater than it's ever been, because every day we're forced to share our roads with 80,000-pound 18-wheelers and some truly dangerous drivers. If you or a family member is injured in a car crash, know this: the insurance companies are mobilized against you. They have highly trained adjusters and a long roster of attorneys with one job: pay as little as possible. Their techniques are extensive, and I believe you have zero chance of obtaining a fair recovery on your own. If you're involved in a car crash, you need to hire an attorney as soon as possible after the collision and before you speak to the insurance company's adjusters. Now, I do not have a comic book nickname. I do not call myself the Law Eagle, the Tiger Lawyer, the Law Chupacabra. I think the practice of law needs to be taken more seriously. If you've been injured, call me, Jason Thompson, for a free consultation. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400, or my website, alawyerforus.com.
The playoffs are in full swing, and you can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ. That's JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Progressive knows when you're on your boat, you're already on vacation. And Vacation You forgets all your worries. Vacation You doesn't even keep track of time and knows that time is a meaningless construct designed to control us, man. But Regular You knows you don't want to be too far out in the water after the sun goes down because Vacation You doesn't know how to navigate in the dark yet. Vacation You and Regular You really need to get on the same page. So bundle your boat with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters' experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
This one goes out to our friend Kitty Big Balls, Uncle Baby Billy. Miss you, buddy. R.I.P. up there in Kitty Heaven.
What is Kitty Heaven?
Listening to us rock out.
One of those giant tube things that just goes on forever.
It's
run around the room, like this keeps going.
The thing about Kitty Heaven is the radio signal always works.
Not now. If you're on the
in
Brigade
Kitty
Bar,
Heaven, it always works.
You're alone. It's just y'all.
That's right.
We're doing it only for you.
That is a bummer, because I always like to think, there's all these different places people can listen. The audience is vast, and then
thousands and thousands that right now are going without.
Now it's hard for me to be motivated when there's like.
Well, we got to do a good one,
folks.
If they are thumbed up and they are in, they deserve the very best we got.
All right, fine. Well, let's start with a man here in Harris County, Texas.
That's Houston to you and me.
That is Houston. A man is facing a felony charge after he rammed into another car in a road rage incident. Arturo Villarreal was in his car with his two granddaughters in the parking lot of a Dollar Tree when he and another driver got into a confrontation that escalated quickly.
Got out of hand.
Deputies found that Villarreal and the other driver, identified in the release only as the complainant, had exchanged words in a heated spat. When Villarreal attempted to drive away, the other driver allegedly followed him and then threw a burrito at his car. Now, I don't know what...
I saw this in Anchorman.
I don't know what kind of a burrito. Like, I went to Freebirds for lunch yesterday.
That's a gut bomb. That'll take you. That'll
really?
knock you off the road.
I had the monster size. It's about, it's a...
Oh, wow.
It's a good-sized burrito.
It's a brick.
It don't play around.
Not a burrito guy.
Salad.
You're not a burrito guy?
No.
I love a good burrito.
If you're going to... Here's
That's
the difference.
blasphemy.
I will
Don't
only eat a
ever say
burrito with refried beans. You give me whole beans, I don't want it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. That's a California thing. I thought burritos had to have, like they have to have anything, but
Yeah.
I thought it refried. I don't like whole beans in my burrito.
I like asada in the burritos. Yeah.
But
I like the way we eat the a la Mex tacos. But
I
I want
like-
that in a burrito.
I like black beans in my burritos.
See, I don't want whole beans. It's just a thing with me. I don't know.
Like at Freebirds, you have the choice of black beans, pinto beans, or refried beans.
I have never eaten in a Freebirds. I've been in one.
What?
But it's just, I'm not down with that. I don't like Chipotle, and I don't like...
Well, Chipotle's disgusting.
Well, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm
But
with you.
It is.
Freebirds is good. Like,
I
their
don't-
food tastes
I
good.
don't know.
Expensive
I'm
there.
not
Is
defending
it expensive there,
I just
Freebirds?
don't like giant gut
decent.
bomb
It's like
burritos.
$10 for a burrito.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
Just a big old, just a
Yeah.
mash of stuff.
Big old
I like.
tortilla.
Man, they're popular. I'm just saying it's just not for me.
Okay.
There's that. Did you go? Is it the Freebirds right there at 35 and 410?
The
I've
one
been to that one.
The one I went to was like 410 and McCullough.
Oh,
Right next to the Perfect 10 strip club.
Oh, so you just went next door and then hey, they have
Yeah.
Freebirds here.
So you should have said,
I sat at the stage. I sat right at the stage eating my burrito.
Well, I've been there.
Nice.
I've been to Perfect 10 at lunch. They might have taken it from you and eaten it.
And I said, "Hey,
Hey, this is good.
you want to go home with me? My cat died today."
Yeah, those day
Pour
shift.
me another double.
The day shift stripper. They'll go home with you. They ain't got
Yeah.
nothing better to do.
She said,
All right.
They're free
Well,
all
it's the
day.
C Squad. I mean, you
she
gotta give 'em props.
said, "Yeah, let me go put my leg back on and I'll be out."
I gotta go pick. I got the kids out in the car, and I'm gonna go pick up my wick, and then I'll be right there. I gotta go see my PO, pick up my kids. Let me see this dead cat.
I know. What is this? I heard
I'll
big,
check it out.
No, I heard big balls. What's
Do you
going
have
on here?
do you have an extra razor?
No. Can I borrow your Manscaped?
You don't want to see me in the light, sir.
Oh man, yeah. You gonna finish that burrito though?
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah. You have any guacamole by chance?
She's like, "I'm looking at it with my good eye, and it looks real
it
good."
looks really good. I got my dentures in the back. Let me go put them on so I can
Go in
finish
the
this.
champagne room.
Is that
chow down?
Is that carnitas? I can't tell with my blurry eye.
My blurry eye. Get close. Get up on here.
This,
close.
and then she thumps it and said, "This one's glass." Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Then she does a trick where she. We won't talk about that.
That's why she gets to work the day.
But yeah, the guy then whipped his car around and intentionally rammed it into the vehicle, causing major damage. The other driver was not taken into custody despite throwing the burrito because it didn't cause any damage.
It's not a deadly weapon.
I guess not. Like, so you can get
Assault with intent for indigestion.
Yes, if you throw a burrito at someone and it doesn't break their car, no harm, no foul. That's basically what it boils down to.
We know where the burrito came from. We just know it was a burrito.
We don't know where the burrito came from.
Ever had one of those Allsups burritos?
No.
Allsups.
Is Allsups a gas station?
It's kind of like like a Valero and other places. They do the deep fried burritos, pretty good.
I don't like that kind of burrito.
See, that's the one I'll eat.
That's the kind of burrito you eat at like in the school cafeteria.
That's it. That's it. That's
I don't
exactly the
want
one.
that.
Yeah.
No, well, maybe I'll. Yeah, those
That's
taste
funny.
good.
That's the one I like.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Really?
I don't know. I have a low end on the burrito
I like
scale.
schoolroom pizza.
Oh, that's vile.
No, it's good.
And that
it's like Totino's.
and like
the frozen pizza.
the milk that's not really milk because it doesn't have to be refrigerated.
Oh,
like
that's in Mexico.
Yeah.
When I went to Mexico, they had their milk like just there on
we
in
always
the
had
hallway.
plenty of milk and government cheese at my house. Cheese was on everything.
Yeah.
Just cut the mold piece off, and the rest of it's good.
And then at Friday, we got to take all the extra cheese home.
Yeah.
A kid in Pennsylvania. This is very similar to a story that we had a couple weeks ago. A kindergartner in Pennsylvania gave his classmates Jell-O shots this last week.
Yes.
Superintendent said once the staff learned about the situation, immediate action was taken. The students were taken to the nurse's office for evaluation. Out of an abundance of caution, EMS was called to take kids to the hospital. It's unclear how the student got the Jell-O cups, but the district's looking into it. And I mean, maybe he just made them.
Maybe out of his mom's fridge. I mean, let's be real.
Maybe out of the teacher's lounge.
Yeah.
You want to talk about things, teachers? You want to open up that can of worms?
I've been behind that curtain. I will not comment at all.
Uh-huh. Let these kids party, man. He's the most popular kid in kindergarten now.
Yeah.
That's
How old were the kids?
kindergartners.
Wow.
Like what's that, 5 or 6?
You do shots? Wolf it.
Yeah.
You like Jell-O?
Come on, let's do this.
You like spinning around in circles and throwing up? Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Try this.
Try this.
Imagine being the kindergarten
It's
teacher
good.
with 18 drunk kids, kindergartners running around.
Oh, how great would that be?
It'd be a little while.
I've,
They'd all go to sleep eventually. So
I've
it'd work
DJ'd
out.
I've DJ'd house parties where the 7, 8-year-old kids were just drinking all the
Oh
beer
my
that the
God.
kids left or the parents left, and they're walking around tripping. It's like, dude, this can't happen, man.
That's how we all started.
Yeah, and it happened at least once a month on the parties I would do. There's
Yeah,
always
it's
one
so
drunk
great.
kid.
Kids drinking all your beer.
Yeah.
When I was an idiot in high school, and I would show up home just schnockered and tell my parents, I don't know what you're talking about. I hit my head at wrestling today or something. Like I would just make up a lie and of course they didn't believe me, but
My mother used to make me kiss her every night I got home.
what?
Mm-hmm. If she was asleep, I had to kiss her to wake her up so she could smell my breath. I didn't think that's why. But so she wanted
Really?
Yeah.
She was seeing if you were boozing.
Yeah.
Hey, did either of you wake up on your front lawn?
I woke up locked out.
Like, what is that? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I've never. Since I didn't drink back then, I was driving everybody home. I was just getting in trouble for being
I woke
late.
up in my car in the front lawn, not in the driveway, on the grass.
With the car on still.
Car on, yeah, stereo loud as hell.
See, kids, back in the day, we didn't have the Ubers.
No.
The
And
separation between
taxis were
childhood
too
and
expensive.
adulthood was, did you get a DWI and are you alive?
Yeah, they weren't giving out Deweys to 16-year-olds. No way.
No way.
No way. I would hope not, anyway.
Maybe not where you're from.
I've got terrible, terrible news for the human species. Researchers have found 2 important building blocks of human speech in wild chimps.
I've seen this movie.
A pair of studies finds that the chimp communication includes both rhythmic structures and call combinations, 2 key elements of spoken language. Taken together, the studies add to an emerging early footprint indicating how human language may have evolved. And we should expect that even other primates, including orangutans and bonobos, will be are doing these similar things and could have their own full language in the near future.
Well, don't we have them that can speak in sign language already?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, you guys are all worried about computers, okay? Maybe computers can be scary. I get it. AI might be scary. I'll tell you what is scary. Apes that figure out how to kick our ass.
Have you ever heard of a bonobo? Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
I didn't know that they look just like chimpanzees. I had to look that up. I thought they were
You thought they were
species
just
of great
pants?
ape closely related to chimpanzees. I looked at a picture and I go, that looks like a chimp, but not really. But
Yeah, they're a little bit
I never
different.
heard of them.
Yeah. The worst is going to be when, gorillas figure it out.
Well, I've seen the movie. So gorillas are going to start the army, and then the orangutans are going to be the judges,
Mm-hmm.
and the chimpanzees are going to be the day-to-days and the nice ones.
Yeah.
That's what the movie's told us.
Well, I hope. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I worry about this, though. These are the things that keep me up at night, Rob.
Well, the bonobos we wouldn't mind because they're different. They're led by females, typically led by females. They're also known for
You
their
want
friendly
that?
interactions. Hey, that's my life. Interactions with individuals outside their groups, so they get along well.
That don't happen at my house. Ain't no bonobos coming in my house. man runs my house. I'll tell you that right now.
I'd like to meet him.
Speaking of, we're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to take a look at how we can gamble away our money. Something that women love their men to do. Nothing turns a woman on like gambling away your mortgage money for the month.
That's right.
We'll do that next. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
If you miss the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you miss this.
You got to see what you have in Mingo, don't you?
Well,
I mean, you've got to go all in with this guy and give him every. You wasted a 4th-round draft pick on it.
Well, we don't know if it's wasted yet.
I say
spent.
I
you
say
spent.
We just don't know.
We can't
at this
say
point
it's
in time,
wasted
do we?
until December.
Because we just don't know, do we, Jason?
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Hi, John.
Are you Tommy Lee Schlong?
Yeah, I really appreciate the attention you've given me the last few weeks or so. I feel like we've become so close.
So Tommy Lee Schlong is on the phone with me right now.
Yeah, I just thought I'd send a happy cock-a-doodle-doo.
Thank you.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
This just in, the NFL schedule has dropped, and you know what that means. It's go time. Adam Schefter here with the Insider Tip. If you're trying to catch your team live this season, Vivid Seats is the move. For the best selection of games and seats, it's time to snap your tickets up now. Vivid Seats has great deals on great seats and the only rewards program in the game. It's no wonder they're the official ticketing partner of ESPN. So don't wait. Head to vividseats.com or download the app and lock in those game days.
Hunger striking, snack time calling, it's crunch time. Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds brings you the boldest protein-packed crunch you can't resist with mouth-watering flavors like hot honey, sweet barbecue, and sea salt and cracked black pepper. Why settle for chips when you can level up your snacking game? Plus, they're low-carb, high-protein, and made for adventurous appetites. Score big flavor today. Grab Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds at H-E-B.
The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted law firm for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us today. Jose, tell us about the cases you all specialize in.
We do ride-sharing cases, we do 18-wheeler cases, work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
Testing.
We're live from Chick-fil-A.
This is Grant.
And this is Laura.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is that sweet bun.
And that chicken filet was perfectly crispy and soft at the same time.
And that Smokehouse Barbecue sauce, it's a lot of fun. And the brown sugar bacon definitely had a little bit more pizzazz. Also, the mac, one of the all-time greats. Man, I'm getting hungry.
Order the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich and our Coca-Cola on the Chick-fil-A app for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Hey everybody, this is Greeny here, and this message is for all the home improvement DIYers out there. Sherwin-Williams is running the play of the season with their Memorial Day sale. Get 30% off all paints and stains May 16th through the 26th. We're talking every color here, people. They still haven't made a Jets green for me, but their Shamrock shade is pretty darn close. That's 30% off paints and stains May 16th through the 26th. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling.
I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-499-9102. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-499-9102. That's 800-499-9102. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is gearing up to send you to the Austin City Limits Music Festival. 9 stages, 2 weekends, and more big-time artists than at Texas Tailgates. October 3rd through the 5th, and again October 10th through the 12th in the live music capital of the world. We're talking Sabrina Carpenter, Hosier, Doja Cat, Luke Combs, The Strokes, John Summit, Doechii, Faith, and whole mess of other stars lighting up Zilker Park. Listen to the Morning Huddle and the Blitz this week for your chance to win a pair of 3-day wristbands to Weekend 2. We're picking one winner on each show this Friday, and every qualifier scores a $50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom at 1604 and Stone Oak Parkway. Cold drinks, hot pizza, and ACL wristbands. That's a Texas-sized jackpot. Want to lock in your tickets now? Head to aclfest.com. All this week, it's ACL giveaways. Only on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Just got the bill for my my son's car. $3,300.
For what?
I think you're getting off light.
Yeah.
What was wrong with it?
It needs like some arms replaced, needs new brakes all the way around.
That's about $1,000 there.
Needs a transmission fluid.
Replacement.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. That's about another $400.
And $3,000 is about the limit for anything.
Anything over, get rid of it.
Get a
right?
new car.
Yeah.
But you're in for a dinner. You're in for a dollar now, so you might as well get it. It sucks.
Man, what kind of car is it? What was the year?
Volkswagen Jetta.
Those are dependable.
Yeah.
I might get out of Jetta for a while. They're good cars.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got to make my money back somehow. Let's see. Let's see if we can do it with the daily line.
As AJ says, we just need 53%.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
Oklahoma City. -4.5 in Denver tonight. Do the Nuggies go home with a whimper?
Man, in Denver, it's going to be tough.
I think the Thunder blow them out tonight. I think it's a statement game.
So?
I think the Thunder say we're done messing around with you jokers. We're not going to let Minnesota sit around and rest. Let's just whoop their ass and get out of here.
What do you think about Russell? You like him for more than 9.5 points?
No.
What about Caruso more than 8?
Yes.
I do too. Shai Gilgeous combined points, rebounds, and assists 43.
That's probably good.
Right there. Yeah, those are the ones I like tonight. You don't like Westbrook getting 10, huh?
No, I don't.
I do.
I like him missing about 8 shots, 9 shots.
I ain't going to take a lot. I'm with you there, but I don't have that. But I think there's 10 points in him.
And then tomorrow the Celtics are at the Knicks. Knicks -2.5 to close it out in Game 6.
Ooh, Knicks. Boy, there's some doubt that's certainly going to linger. And we pay attention to Jalen Brunson's ankle because that's going to be the most important thing to know before tip.
Hockey season's over, but there's still games apparently. The Carolina Hurricanes are -170 at the Capitals. And the Dallas Stars are at the Winnipeg Jets. Jets -125. Tomorrow's game, the Maple Leafs and the Panthers. Panthers -245 in the closeout game. They won 6-1 against Toronto yesterday. Beat that ass.
That goalie.
Major League Baseball. Or as the Latinos say, baseball.
Been very, very good to us.
That's right. Baseball been very, very good. Very
good to us.
The Atlanta Braves, A.J. Smith-Shawver, who I don't believe is of Latino descent, takes on Trevor Williams of the Washington Nationals. The Braves are minus 205. Tomoyuki Sugano goes for the Orioles. I don't believe he's of Latin origin either. Chris Paddock goes for the Minnesota Twins. Orioles minus 130. Bryce Wilson going for the White Sox against the Cincinnati Reds. The day after Pete Rose Day is always a good one. Nick Martinez going for the Reds. Reds minus 240. Zach Littell goes for the Rays. They're in Toronto to take on the Blue Jays. Kevin Gausman going for the Jays. They're minus 165. Hunter Brown goes for Los Astros, taking on Jacob deGrom and the Texas Rangers. The battle for the silver boot. Oh, baby. Big game tonight. Jacob deGrom and the Rangers minus 130 favorites over
Rangers,
the Astros.
Rangers 7-3 last 10. They're
Well,
playing some good baseball.
And Osvaldo Bido and the A's are in L.A. to take on the Dodgers. Matt Sauer, not related to Sig Sauer, I believe, but they are minus 205 are the Dodgers. Matt Sauer is a made-up person, and they're minus 205. How about that? That's always
he spells it like his uncle Sig does.
Yeah, I think maybe there is relation. It's just not. It's not his direct son. The current odds for the USPGA Championship.
We haven't talked about this.
We have not.
You know, we looked forward to the PGA because we were waiting for Rory. We looked forward to the Masters. He got his fourth. Did you see Rory talking yesterday?
Yeah.
So he got all four. He's like, yeah, I'm done. I'm just having fun from here on out for the rest of my life.
I'm actually thinking of joining the Live Tour now, he said.
The way he was interviewed, like,
now
I got all four, so I set out early on. I wanted to win all four. So from here on out, it's all fun time.
Now I can do it for the money.
You know, those guys are the ones that rip off 4 and 5 tournaments in a row because they just don't care.
Yeah. Scotty Scheffler is the favorite to win at 6-1. Bryson DeChambeau 8-1. Rory 9-1. John Rahm 10-1, and Justin Thomas 18-1. You get Tommy Fleetwood and Colin Morikawa both at 20-1.
They're at Quail Hollow in Carolina, right?
That is right.
That's a pretty course.
I wouldn't know, Rob.
Well, I've seen pictures. They wouldn't.
You've never flown out there and played it?
They wouldn't let me on in a place like this.
Okay, it's not like when you went to the Netherlands.
Yeah, no, that was government work.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
I was going to pick up a plane.
I get that. Yeah, it's a beautiful plane. It's a very, very nice plane.
A whole other thing.
It's a gift. It's a gift for me. America. It's a gift for America. And me,
but mostly me,
as the representative of America.
Us,
I accept the gift. I accept your gift. We're back on the air.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, just in time. Baby. So everybody, right now, if you missed any of it, and you probably have, guess what? Technology has allowed you to go back in time and listen to us in totality.
I should have said the F word when we were on.
I did.
Right?
We could have gone all the way through. But for those that are just joining us and might have missed some, that's what the YouTubes are for. Go back and watch us live and get all the good stuff.
Yeah, I know. They missed us giving away the $100 gift cards.
The $100. Then we had the
$1,000 giveaway. And, man, we had a lot of stuff. They missed out.
We just decided to give away an ACL wristband. We just gave it away.
Yeah. And we gave away stuffed Kitty Big Balls.
Yes. That's right.
We got him taxidermied, and lucky caller number 4 was the winner.
Was the winner of Kitty Big Balls taxidermy.
Little cat's foot keychain.
We're gonna put little horns on them.
Tomorrow's show will also be dedicated to Kitty Big Balls.
The rest of the week. Actually.
Yeah,
tomorrow. Yeah.
Tomorrow. That is the rest of the week.
Flags at half-mast.
But yes, please pay your respects.
And if you see a stray cat, throw him some food.
Yeah, give him ruffle his head a little,
just give him a little rub. Yeah, because they got a tough.
They got a hard day. It's hard out there for a stray cat, man. And sometimes you get eaten by a coyote, and then your day gets even worse.
So there's a possibility that KBB's progeny
are roaming
you might
the
have
streets.
access to. We've got one of them. There's a mother cat running around out there, Mama. We might have some kittens here soon.
Yeah. No, there's already kittens. I've seen them.
She's had the kittens.
Oh yeah.
Where? Well, hey. There might be some good to be found in this yet.
Or
we're gonna have more cats out back than we can. We handle.
We're gonna have
9 stray cats running around the back.
We're gonna have
porch.
an adoption segment here pretty soon.
Well, the cats will bring the coyotes.
Yeah.
Maybe what they did was instead of like taking big balls to get fixed, like whoever lives in the houses over there just grabbed them and like, put them in the garbage disposal and then threw them outside and then said, well, he won't be having any more kittens. He won't be impregnating the cats around here anymore. Oh, they better not.
Be around people like that, man.
Those are the people that need to be taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they do.
I'll fight everybody.
Soprano style.
Yes.
I'll fight everybody. I'll fight everybody in that house.
Start messing with pets.
Yeah. We'll have Joe Pesci give him a visit.
I'm that one silver gorilla, and you're the 100. Come on.
Yeah. So it is Kitty Big Ball's dedication week. We miss you, buddy. We're doing the show for you, man. I'm fighting through the tears. Rob's been fighting through the tears too.
It has been tough.
It's been an emotional day.
Not been easy, but we all power through.
Yeah, it's the only way. It is the only way to go. I bet the Blitz has a hell of a show planned for you guys today.
Joe is, Jason's in Phoenix celebrating his lovely daughters.
Is Joe riding solo?
Him and James have been been working hard over the last couple of days. So
okay,
they'll have all the good stuff too.
All right.
Yeah, they got some stuff to give away.
James is pushing that Lowry Markkinen deal. Nobody likes that.
Everybody knows that James, since Lowry first came from Finland, has been his champion. Okay. And rightfully so. There was a time when he really would have made I think he would have helped. That time may have passed because the cost is too much. It's just too expensive.
Man. I mean, if you're going to pay for that, you might as well buy Giannis.
There's a lot of stuff out there, and I love Lowry Markkinen, but the cost is too much. And right now, Utah is a kicked dog. I mean, if you're going to make a deal with Utah, they're going to do everything they can to get the max out of it.
Utah ain't trying to help the Spurs.
No, and Danny Ainge right now.
Spurs stole their spot.
I think Danny is paying for some karma with the Jason Tatum trade down, trade up thing that he did way back when, and he finally got screwed in the draft. Finally.
Well, good. Suck it, Danny Ainge.
I don't like him anyway. They're going to end up with A.J. DeBanza next year and be just fine.
No, I don't think so. I think the Jazz are now a cursed organization.
No, I think what we found is
I like to hope that
to get the number one pick, you have to trade the Brow. If you trade him, you get the number one overall.
That was the deal? You trade Anthony Davis?
They traded him, and they got Zion. And then
Lakers trade him.
Dallas traded him. Well, traded for him.
Traded for him.
You have to be involved in a trade with Anthony Davis, and you get the number one.
So the Lakers will get it next year?
Probably.
Okay. I mean, that's
Davis was in a move.
That sounds about right, doesn't it?
It's about
Lakers get A.J. DeBanza. Does that sound like a plot that the NBA would want out there?
Hey, this is not rigged at all.
Think about that. They got him and Bronny. Rigged.
The fact that Nico already had a Cooper Flag jersey when they got the number one.
Oh, yeah.
They were able to get Bronny James with the last pick in the draft. Likely story.
That's the next trade bait.
Likely story.
Spurs are going to send number 2 for him.
All right, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll do it all over again, friends. Hopefully on the radio all day. Blitz coming up at 2. You guys have a good one. R.I.P. Kitty Big Balls.